So ready?
Hello, lovely people of the internet. 'Tis I, Ophelia, aka Savage Minnow, and my awesome gamer Momma. Oh, we are like in the clouds. I just
Your actual mom.
My actual mom. I used to always say my actual mom, and then I realized that like, if you are looking at this, it's fairly obvious.
I know what you're gonna say.
If you are looking through the viewfinder, it's fairly obvious that that's my mom.
That's true.
That's true. So
there's no denying it. There's no denying it. And we had it with my mother.
Yep.
And in fact, I was someplace out of sight of you, and someone came up to you and recognized you by who your grandmother was.
That's happened to me.
That was amazing.
Multiple times.
It was a small town. But...
Yeah. We do have a comment.
We do already.
I missed it. I think it's Captain Pornbeard.
Oh, hi.
And I forgot to open up my Twitch live. I'm sorry. It's on Twitch. Somebody commented on Twitch.
Okay.
If you want, that's probably really hard to get to that other viewfinder or that other computer there.
What am I going to do when I get to it?
Escape out of it and look at the live.
Am I moving it? I'm just doing
No, just hit the escape button.
Okay.
Top left corner.
Okay. Escape.
And then somebody commented there.
Peanut butter cookies!
Yes, peanut butter cookies. Well, I guess it is, we're making a double batch.
Yes.
So it is definitely 2.
2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Because a batch makes 1 to 2. But there are 2 of us. And also, I mentioned chocolate chips. And so I wanted to try some with chocolate chips. So my thought is we'll make a double batch, split it. Half will be as is and half will be with chocolate chips. So I'm excited because it only makes, this is double. So if we didn't double it, it makes 1 to 2 cookies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got them and then that's it.
It's like the perfect size for a toaster oven.
Well, and they're gone. They're not haunting.
They're not sitting there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Haunting, calling.
If you're watching on Twitch, the link to the recipe is in the side chat. And I was going to put it in the description. We're running a little bit late today, guys.
Is it not in the description?
It is in the side chat on Twitch. And it is like on the screen, so you'll see it scroll up when we get there. But
because I took it off on my phone, but I can pull it back up.
Well, I mean, is the instructions just mix it up? It's good?
Yeah, mix wet stuff and then mix dry stuff and combine.
Okay. So yeah.
I think that's
we could probably do that.
Normal. I'll pull it out.
I like to have the recipe.
I know. You and your Nana.
I should have said, hello, lovely people of the internet, except for Simos.
I'm not happy. Just putting that out there.
Simos is live right now, when he should be here, in the chat.
So we mix the dry ingredients, and then we add the peanut butter and wet.
Oops.
Feedback or something. And then 350, 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Write that down. I mean, yeah.
So it's been rainy and cool here. It'd be a good day for cookies. Good. And a good day for not a lot of cookies.
Yeah.
Because, did I mention it's cold and rainy?
Yeah.
I did mention that. Okay.
I think I compensated for you scoochy-scooging with the camera, and now I realize that I overcompensated. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just funny. Because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like every episode, she scooches over. I used to say between 6 inches and a foot, depending on the episode. And I only notice it because like I will set the camera back up and I'll be like, oh, there's your chair. Scooch it in.
So during the show, I scooch?
At some point, you scooch.
Wow. I'm a scoocher.
And so I was jokingly saying I'm going to put ticky tack on the bottom of her chair.
I know why I'm scooching. Because when we did that one thing, we did it that way. Oh, my neck's a little sore. I don't want to do that today.
Okay.
And we screwed it up last time.
We screwed it up last time, yeah. I think maybe because this is hot.
Oh.
Because
I'm a one.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn down the kitchen.
I don't know how to turn the whole screen off on that because it's going to flash up every time that I get a notification.
Is that a problem?
Nah, we'll fix it for next time. It'll be a little light in the bottom of your screen. My apologies. We are trying to work on the sound this time so that it can be better than last time, but, you know.
We did some things.
I did some stuff.
Yeah, she did some stuff.
Rainy and cool here too.
I think
The sacred husband made soup and rolls. Nice.
Oh, that.
Perfect weather for
Great.
it. That's awesome.
Great in
Captain Beard.
Yeah. Yes. That would be great in this weather.
Yes. It is very much like a soup and rolls.
Rolls.
Warm
What
cookies.
kind of rolls? Like scratch rolls? You know, this is sexist, but some guys really get into baking bread. I don't know why. I noticed that
I've noticed
before.
that there's a lot of like male bakers when it's like elite baking. It's not as like gender divided as like. I feel like mostly people assume that women cook, but like I think cooking in general. It sounds noticeably better. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, lovely.
Score. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, is it going to be horrible? I don't know.
Love to get
see when we play it back.
Results. Love to get good results from your efforts.
Yeah.
That's great. And I always like to be improving.
Yes. I do try to improve every episode. I don't know that we do.
You do.
I think that there's always something that we improve on every episode. I don't know that every episode has been an improvement.
You're right, because one thing might improve and something else might not improve. But you know what?
But we learn lessons.
We learn lessons. And I read the other day, you talk about 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Oh, but how about the cha-cha?
Cha-cha slide?
Yeah. So in other words, I didn't are you saying, oh, well, I went forward, but then I took a step back? Yeah, well, there's some nice dance moves that you go forward and back. It's fine. It's just part of life.
Sometimes you skip, sometimes you run, sometimes you dance.
Never heard that one, but I like it.
I just made it up.
Oh. Well, and talking about improving every time, I am trying to improve on my walking. I got real bad on that. And I was doing really good. But then it rained. It rained a lot yesterday. Like, not like our usual rain and then stop. I mean, rained. And so I didn't.
My brain did this, which is like, this is the sign for rain if you're watching from home. But it's like the amount of rain has to do with like the intensity of the intensity of the rain is the intensity of the sign. So my brain went, oh, okay, not this, but this.
Yeah, lots of it. It just kept on going. And then I thought, well, yeah. So anyway, I didn't get all of my walking in yesterday.
I used to walk. So your basement is like
I was thinking about walking in my basement.
Full basement.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to do that where I would walk from the bottom of the stairs all the way to back where my bedroom was.
Mm-hmm.
And just...
I used to do more pacing. Yeah.
You can pace in your house too with the floor plan. It's a little bit, there's some tricksy turns.
You're right.
You could just
You're right.
continue in a forward movement.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. So I could have done it.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
No, I'm
next time.
going forward. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, because tomorrow's over. Yesterday's over. Tomorrow's not. Yesterday's over. I did what I did. But yeah, in the future. Also, I let that day get ahead of me. If I need to be like on it kind of early. Unless I'm going outside to take a big walk, which I couldn't because of the rain. Boring.
But yeah.
Yeah, so should we start?
Okay, well first if you want, I had some warm-up questions we are planning on doing an Oregon Trail stream.
Okay. And I've not done Oregon Trail in decades.
Oh my gosh, my screen is like dirty or something. It's not.
Okay, so you're gonna ask me Oregon Trail questions?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna bring them up on the
Okay.
Let's see if I have them though.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them up like there's a correct answer.
No.
As an opinion.
No, I'm just gonna show them on the screen.
Okay. The question.
And I forget which one's which. So, this one, somebody has a cold. Somebody's got a bad cold. Oh no, quicksand ahead. Quicksand ahead. What do we do?
Can we go around it?
I don't know.
Can we go around it or lighten our load?
I think we are supposed to lighten our load. If it's too heavy, because you'll get stuck. But I don't remember.
Of course.
Okay, on to number 2.
I would really try to go around quicksand.
Okay.
Personally. But it might be, and then you got to lighten the load.
Yeah.
You can't go through quicksand. I mean, didn't you ever watch, Gilligan's Island or something? I mean, you go down there.
Lighten the load if you can't go around. Try and find an alternate path. That's what
I'm going to say.
Yeah. All right. River, dead ahead. River depth, 2 feet.
You can make it.
Board the river.
Board it. Yeah, you can make it.
3.5 feet?
No.
Caulk that bitch and float it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 3.5 foot, I mean, then you need to start looking for a ferry, I think. And you need to put some money aside for a ferry. We were talking about that yesterday in real life, but
yes, you do want to save some money for the ferry.
Yeah, you want to save some money for there. And and things come up. And just like in real life, we're like, oh, it was an unexpected expense. No, it wasn't. You know there's rivers, deep rivers.
Our path is blocked by an avalanche.
Oh, heavens, that was only 2 questions. Our path, wow, I don't remember any of these. Our path is blocked by an avalanche. Well, I think we got to clear it.
You gotta clear it. You can send somebody ahead to scout it out.
Okay.
As I think the first thing that you do, send somebody scout it, and then see if there's another way. If there's not another way, you gotta clear it. You gotta clear it because otherwise you're just gonna die in the desert.
And depending,
and the path is not gonna clear itself. I'm just saying.
No. And I think an avalanche is pretty big. Like as far as I'm thinking going around it, I think it's pretty big.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it's just a little avalanche.
Yeah, and doesn't that imply that there's like a rocky crevasse or a formation so that we can't go that direction because there's this rocky formation which the avalanche came
but
from.
But maybe like it's one of those places where there's there's like 5 or 6 side trails. So like you can go this way or that way, or there's a little hunting trail off to the side.
Gotcha.
So maybe it's gonna suck to like you're gonna get probably the canopy on your wagon is gonna get torn up a little bit, and you might have some like wagon wheel issues, but we can get through on the hunting trail. I don't know. I'm just thinking real world.
Trail, yeah. I think we need to bring extra wagon wheels too.
I'd like to bring 3 extra wagon wheels, wagon yokes, and axles.
Wow.
But I also like to have 2 small farm wagons as opposed to 1 big one.
That would be less weight, eh? Is that why?
Well, that way you can carry the same amount of weight. It is a little bit more expensive because you have like more oxen, because you have to have another set of oxen. But what it does is, if you get freaking stuck anywhere, you just double team your oxen. Pull that cart through, bring your oxen back, double team them, pull that cart through. Or wagon.
Wow. I like that. I didn't think of that.
If you get in a sticky spot.
Then you got your whole oxen, mules, horse debate.
I prefer mostly oxen and then a pair of mules.
Some people prefer, I always prefer mules. Some people prefer all horses.
All horses seem stupid.
There was a reason for it.
They're faster.
That was not the reason. Are they cheaper?
No, they're the most expensive.
I don't know what the reason was. Because I was surprised, but then I looked into it and okay.
They're really fast. You can get like...
I think speed was the point. But anyway, if you know, let us know. Otherwise, I will look into that. Here I'm scooting. See what she's saying.
It's okay. Like I said, I overcompensated. You can scoot all the way today. We'll be fine.
You know what I noticed last night? I was on a meeting, or yesterday, And then we're doing some relaxing thing just at the beginning of the meeting because he's like, you know, I noticed I'm stressed, so let's just do a relaxing thing. And I put my feet up on that thing I have it on my desk, and oh, it felt so much better on my back. So in the future, yeah, I'll put something under here.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, that feels just so much better on your feet.
I have a footstool, but it's huge. I think
It's more like a yoga block.
Mm-hmm.
So is what I need, yeah. So yeah, I can do that.
We can get to cooking. I was thinking we were going to chat a little bit today. Because
Okay.
there was a thing that we were talking about. But I was like, we can talk about this on stream.
The thing right before we went on.
Yeah. It's a tragic thing. You guys, I'm sure, all heard about it.
Jeez, is this going to be Debbie Downer?
Should we get to, like, AITA Posts instead and then maybe talk about it?
But then that would put it at the end, which is really Debbie Downer. You really want to talk about it, though, eh?
I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of people who, like, aren't educated about it. And it's amazing to me, like, how many people are missing what seem like basic facts to me.
Okay, just do it, then.
We don't have to.
No, I see what you're saying.
I wanted to, like, kind of talk about the shooting on the set of Rust that Alec Baldwin was involved in. And it is, like, super, super freaking tragic. If you haven't heard about it, it was, hi, Simos!
Hi, Simos. What are you doing over there? Having a little live something?
Yeah, I thought you were live earlier.
Are you off now?
Maybe he is.
Okay. And I'll forget it.
Just passing by to give us a click as I'm streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the click.
Well, yes, we appreciate the click, but it's kind of a, what do they call that? Something and a promise. What's that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll see you on Thursday if I don't see you sooner.
I might see you Thursday. Could happen.
My mama's gonna be our backup for this week if Diana isn't able to.
So Simos is the other team, right?
No, Simos is our team.
Okay, I don't know these things.
You said it so defensively.
I don't know.
I'm just being silly.
All I know is I was like, can you be a sub? So I was just saying, if you're on the other team, it's good for you. But if I'm on, I'm sorry. I have no idea what the questions are.
She's smart for an American.
There you go.
She's maybe not as smart as Diana. Diana's really smart.
Yeah. We can start these.
Yeah, mix your dry ingredients.
Dry flour. Well, of course, dry flour. Dry ingredients.
I don't know, but I'm gonna go check I'll check this out. It'll take me 30 seconds.
We could be muted.
Okay.
I'm mixing. I've got my dry ingredients. And then I don't have a separate bowl for wet, so I'm going to make a little over to the side. I have a wet side and a dry side. And then I'm going to combine. That's what I'm going to do on the fly. So the wet side is going to be 3, I think. It's in the thing. Direct the little spoons of peanut butter, I believe. But 1.5 if you're doing a single.
We're just making a small batch of cookies.
Because the double batch is still super small. Was sound gone?
It was. I think it was also maybe while I was laughing, so that's maybe a good thing because we're talking about serious shit. And that is that I don't know that people necessarily know the difference between a dummy round,
Dummy round is.
a blank,
I know what a blank is.
and a live round of
I
ammunition.
know what a blank is.
So a dummy round is a round that typically will look at least like in the cylinder, it will look like a live round. So you know that a blank has no bullet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's typically crimped on the end. There'll be like a little piece of cotton wadding in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a revolver,
Mm-hmm.
like the one that they were using on the set of
Mm-hmm.
Rust, if you just look at it from the side,
Mm-hmm.
you can see,
Mm-hmm.
if it's an open revolver, that crimped tip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so on shots where they're going to have a close-up of the weapon,
Mm-hmm.
they will put a dummy round, which
But does
typically,
that happen very often?
yes, because gun nerds will like
Just throwing that
go
out.
off about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I'll let you stir that for a
I
second.
interrupted.
It's okay.
Is the sound and shit.
Yeah.
Would the plastic thing be better?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a big one. Yeah.
So like typically the way that you see them is that they will have holes drilled into the side of them
Oh, okay. Okay.
so that there's no powder
Gotcha.
in the round.
Okay.
And after the incident with the crow, my understanding is that now they stopped taking the primer out as well.
Stopped taking the primer out.
So there's a, do you know what the primer is?
That little thing. That little.
It's like a dot at the
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
of what people
It's
would call the
different.
bullet.
Yeah, my brother used to reload.
And it's,
My brother and my dad.
so he would have to reload the primer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the primer is where the hammer strikes it.
Mhm.
And the primer, basically, it's like a fuse
Mhm.
that you light on, like a firework. And it
Runnier than I thought.
is what ignites the powder that's inside the chamber, which is what causes the combustion, which is what
Makes sense.
causes
Okay.
the projectile to launch
Okay.
from the barrel.
Okay.
And what happened on the set of The Crow,
Okay.
are you familiar with this?
I heard of it.
Where Bruce Lee's son passed away?
Tragic. Heard of it. Yeah.
So what had happened at that point is they had loaded a dummy round. And my understanding is that the dummy round had a primer. It did not have any powder in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there was not enough like force behind it to push a projectile out of the barrel. But when the primer ignited, it was enough force inside of the cylinder to pop that bullet, the actual bullet, not like people usually refer to the whole thing as a bullet,
No,
but it's
tip.
just the tip is
The tip.
actually the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
It was enough to pop the bullet off of the rest of the round, and it became lodged in the barrel. Then they unloaded the weapon,
Mm-hmm.
reloaded the weapon with blanks, and the charge from the blank
Because they didn't know that was in the barrel.
pushed they didn't know that there was a bullet still in the barrel. And because of that, now they do not use primer on dummy cartridges on set. And there is a safety practice where it's called sighting the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you look literally down the barrel
Yeah.
to make sure that it is clear.
Yeah, I live in the country. That's
It
what
is
you do.
not clear on the set of Rust if they actually did clear the barrel. She said that she checked all of the rounds, and also there's some confusion as to like who picked up the weapon from the table.
Mhm.
And this to me is like, I do not understand why an assistant director was touching that weapon, why there is anybody besides the armorer
Mm-hmm.
and the actor
Mm-hmm.
that is using that firearm
Mm-hmm.
that
Mhm.
touched it. I do not understand why anybody else touched it in between.
Mm-hmm.
I also do not understand there are reports that they were plinking on set.
What's that?
Like they were out back plinking.
That is what I friggin' lost it because
There should not be any live rounds.
Why
Period.
That's
On set. On the set of The Crow, there was an accident with a dummy round and a blank.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You think that it's okay to bring live rounds anywhere near that, like a movie set? Like, no. No.
Yeah. That was, I had two questions about the whole thing, and I talked to somebody in the industry. No, because I thought that I ignorantly thought that any of the weapons on a set were made to not work. I thought
There are some that are.
that's what I just assumed. And then when I read, no, these are actual guns, and then I'm like, why is there, like you said, a live round anywhere within a mile radius of that?
I mean, within a mile radius, I understand. I would go like within 100 yards of anywhere that they're shooting.
Out in the middle of it. I don't
A mile just seems really far.
Okay. No. Okay, anyway.
How far does a round fire?
I'm just saying, I'm just
That's
really
how
trying to get my point across that there should be nowhere on that property, because I think there was a lot of property involved in where they were shooting. There should not be a live round. That is just no. And the other thing I don't understand, and what? I'm sorry, but when you're talking about a gun, if you give me a gun and you say it's safe, I don't think I'm going to take your word for it, little girl.
That is the other
Love
thing
ya.
that really, really upsets me, is that like somebody said, okay, this is a cold gun, meaning that there are 0 rounds loaded in it, period, no dummies, no blanks, no nothing. And he didn't like rotate the barrel and make sure that it was clear.
And it was a revolver. I mean, it's pretty easy. Just flip that sucker over there and, oh, looky there.
It had 6 rounds. I thought, and I might be reading that wrong. Because I remember the armorer saying that like they checked that there were 3. Checked 3. Okay, so
there were 3 guns.
No.
I read that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Is that she checked 3 of the chambers. Which is it a 6-shooter? So I'm wondering if she didn't just look and like all of the chambers on that side were clear and she didn't rotate the barrel. But
there's so many places.
But like, why did you not hand it directly to Alec Ball? Like, that's my question, is like, because I don't like. Oh, okay. So it can fire over a mile if it's an unhindered projectile. So maybe a mile is right.
Amazing.
Maybe a mile is right.
It's amazing because my family shoots a little bit. One does. But when I was a kid,
more than one.
One shoots. Anywho, but I remember hearing that when I was a child and just being terrified. I was like, it goes that far, and my dad and my older brother told me that, And the other thing is that the water, that it can ricochet off the water, that's scary to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're scary, the whole thing. I'm sorry.
But yeah, what I was saying is that, like, that's the guy who shot Bruce Lee's son, and I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
But he... Brandon Lee. But the actor who shot him, and I can't think of his name, but he basically did have, like, from my understanding is that he did basically have, like, a mental breakdown after that. And he said, like, that he doesn't know why he didn't check the barrel. You know that rattles whenever you...
Oh, no. I don't think of sound. I'm sorry. It was getting better. I might be relapsing.
But, like, I feel like that would be, like, common practice whenever, like, somebody, like, you check the barrel. And I just, like... Michael... I don't know how to pronounce this last name, but I think that's the name of the actor. Is it Massey?
I'm sorry, I don't even see. Oh, okay.
I think it's Massey. I am bad with names. You guys know I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm bad.
I mean, this is so much more than not checking the barrel. I mean, they didn't check the chambers.
Also, why was an AD touching the gun? Like, why was an AD touching the gun?
Why did Alec Baldwin not look? I'm sorry. I know he's a big star and people do stuff for him and all that.
I know why he didn't look. I know exactly why he didn't look.
Why?
Because they were doing a last-minute rehearsal after some of the crew members had gone home. They were trying to friggin' bust it out and get the friggin' the set blocked. And, like, he just wanted to get it done and go home. That's why he didn't check the barrel. But here's my question for the people, and I hesitate to bring it up because I feel like it's almost like blaming the victim. I do not understand why they were not using a remote camera. I understand that they're saying like, oh, they didn't have like the actual camera rolling during, but they were just trying to like figure out, okay, I'm sorry, it's 2021, we record in digital now. It's not like you're wasting film. Like if you're worried about like just seeing it and you don't want to run film, which okay, whatever, then use the plastic pistol. You get what I'm saying?
No, but that's okay. I don't know about the
Okay, they were
camera.
getting the shot
Okay.
where it's like if I'm right now
Mm-hmm.
shooting the camera, but they didn't have the camera rolling.
Okay.
So the people were standing behind the camera to see
Oh,
how that shot lined.
that what happened.
It's 2021. Just roll the camera and go 30 feet that way to view it remotely.
Yeah.
Or
I
give
didn't
him
know
a
that.
plastic
I know
gun.
that.
Give him a plastic gun to block that.
They were blocking a scene.
They were blocking a scene. They were rehearsing and blocking a scene.
Mm.
And like, I get it. It's rehearsal. Like they're trying to like, but it's just like, no, no.
And would you, if you're blocking, would you pull the trigger?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's in the heat of the moment. He's trying to put himself in the mind of.
Okay. It's a rehearsal. Okay.
And I don't even know that he was necessarily intending to pull the trigger in the rehearsal, but he was intending to get the camera shot of him with his finger on the trigger, with the barrel lined up down the camera.
I'm sorry. There were just so many.
It should have been a plastic pistol in his hand, or they should have been off to the side. Somebody should have checked all 6 rounds of that, or all 6 chambers of that, and he should have sighted the barrel. Like there's so
Yeah.
many like
And there's
levels.
questions about what was locked up properly, and then they went to.
There were 2 misfires on that weapon prior to this. Well, actually, there's 3 total
3.
misfires, 2
Mm-hmm.
incidents with. And here's the thing that, like, I wonder if you talked to my ex about it. There was no freaking safety meeting. Like, they didn't schedule an additional safety meeting. Like, somebody freaking trips down the stairs and they, like, have an entire safety meeting over it. But a gun misfires and they don't have a freaking safety meeting?
Right. Like, okay, everybody, let's huddle up here.
Like, just have a safety meeting. Just have a safety meeting.
Yeah. Well, and you know, and I probably mentioned this
I'm gonna
before.
get upset, but
Yeah, I know that. I probably mentioned this before, but I listen to NPR in the car, and so I pick up bits, and I don't pick up the whole thing. But
Same.
so I apologize for any misinformation. But the armorers were saying, you know, that people are cutting corners and saying, you know, no, we don't want to schedule, that we don't want to pay the actors the time to go over meeting. We don't want to pay the armorer. They don't want to do these things. And some of them were saying, you know, they've turned down jobs because as the armorer, they felt that that was not a safe set, you know, and you know, nobody wants to point fingers, but it was a rather inexperienced armorer. I mean, it's just whatever. I didn't even know there was such a word, you know, a week ago, well, a little over a week ago now. But that's not the place to scrimp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was one. This is the one that got me. The armor said they turned the job down, and they found out. And then you know they hired somebody, so they asked around in the industry.
Oh wait, should I?
Who got that job? And it was. You ready for this? It was somebody that was an extra on 2 movie scenes. And had
That was their qualifications?
and had used a gun as a child because it's not in some states
It doesn't have to be.
it's regulated, in some states it isn't, and there's not a national thing. So this person went on got the job as an armorer when their qualifications were they had been an extra in 2 sets, and I don't know if it was the movie, TV, or whatever, and had experience with a weapon. Grew up in Texas or something like that. Sorry, Texans. They grew up around weapons, yes, and that was because the actual armor that turned down the job poked into it to see it.
Captain Forkbeard says, sounds like most of the problem started with using non-union teams, because that would have been touched on and discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 misfire misfire incidents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the chocolate chips. I'm sorry.
There were just too many places where that got screwed up.
I'm like.
So I don't know where the fault is going to.
Alec Baldwin is the executive producer. I feel like there are 2 or 3 people who are liable for that, depending on whether or not the armorer was like aware of this shit going on, which they said that they checked.
It's supposed to be locked in a vault.
No, they were not locked in a vault because of COVID measures. I don't think that my ex probably knows that.
I didn't talk to him about any of that.
Oh, okay.
I was reading and listening up here.
Because of COVID measures, they were leaving the guns outside of the fence. Like outside of the church. So my question is that like,
that doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, it doesn't.
There's an armorer, there's a safe, and there's a key or a combination. They use them, you buy them, you put them away, you lock them up, you leave. Seems pretty basic.
Yeah. So the only thing to me, like the only way that it wouldn't be the armorer's responsibility as well as the other people who were involved is if the armorer was off taking her lunch break or whatever, and the AD came and was like, "Oh, this is a,"
which I think I did read something like that somebody stepped away for a bit and didn't know,
and it might have been her, and that's
and
what I'm saying is like
lunch.
If it was her, if she stepped away for a little bit when she go smoke a cigarette or whatever, and the AD came and grabbed a gun off of her table, that she was like, "Oh yeah, I think the revolver's cold," and they didn't check it. They were like, "Oh, armor said it's cold." Like,
yeah, I just don't know enough about how it's done. But as a human being with common sense,
right?
and there is a person whose job title is armorer. That just tells me that they're not in charge of other things. They don't have to go run and get costumes in the meantime. You know, it's not like a play that with the kids. You know, after school, this is their job.
Right.
This is their job as an armorer. I'm just
reading.
saying,
if they went for a smoke break, you don't want to smoke around fire.
Then lock them up. I just don't think you leave your ghost for a smoke break. I don't think you leave them to go potty. I just don't think you leave them. They're weapons.
Well, obviously she left them at some point because people were playing with them.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
If props is going to end up being declared negligence like it was with the crow, yes, but here's the thing is that like
Who's that? I agree.
Captain Porkbeard,
Yeah, I agree.
Was it New Mexico? They have like really, really like a really high bar for negligent homicide. So like if it's like, okay, it was negligence,
state law.
but like they might say it's negligence and he gets sued, but he's not gonna face any criminal proceedings.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks as though he's
probably not gonna face any criminal proceedings. He's not spent a night in jail, as far as I know. No. He is cooperating with police, which like why wouldn't you? You just fatally shot somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, but they even said they don't even know where he is because he's not been asked to stay put or anything, or even to tell him where he is. I mean, my guess is financially he'll do the right thing. That's no.
What is the right thing?
Skip that. That was wrong. Like as soon as I said it, I realized it was wrong. Just stop. I think he will I think he will give money to that family. That's what I think.
I think he will get his pantsuit off, and he will probably pay you think he's going to settle out of court, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he took him to breakfast the morning after. And they went.
Yeah, I don't think I would go.
Who could eat?
I don't think probably anybody did eat.
That's what I was thinking. Who could friggin' eat?
They probably sat there and drank coffee.
After my dad died, I remember we picked somebody up from the airport. We stopped.
But that was an accident, by the way. Not like a long, like a...
Yeah, it was an accident. He passed in an accident. I didn't eat for days. Days. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. I did just the idea of going to breakfast. It was like, going to breakfast. But you're right. Maybe she didn't want to get coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're going to put the
Ooh, see, it's good we didn't do that at the end. Am I right or am I right?
She's probably right.
Okay. So this is gooier than I would have thought. Way gooier than what I thought. And I think the person who posted online mentioned the different consistencies based on what you used, and we used maple syrup, and I think maybe there was an option to use a granular types of sweetener,
Oh, okay.
perhaps.
I only quickly read over it because
Because
it was one less thing on my
I was doing it. Yeah.
right. I was like, okay, Mama's got the recipe taken care of this
Okay,
week.
so I'm just gonna drop this on there.
Okay. Do we need to spray it?
We usually not with. Yeah, let's spray it.
I don't know.
Mama's in charge of this one.
Mama's in charge this week. I had that on and then I was like,
It's a scary thought. No.
I don't know how much I need to spray it either.
Yeah, I'm guessing you don't have parchment paper.
Oh, Mama's so funny.
She tries.
Can we make it 3 of them?
No, we're gonna make 2.
And then we're gonna add
and
chocolate
them
chips?
2 chocolate chips.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's just being bossy pants.
Usually don't have to spray with peanut butter cookies because they're oily enough.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
We'll just not spray them on the next one.
And we may be making more of a mess, right? Because we got the oil in the pan. So we may be making more of a problem. I agree. But I just, at the end, I was like, ugh, more protection. Use more protection.
I don't know why she keeps zhuzhing them.
Gooey. I've never.
But like, that one is so lopsided now.
Which is this one? The one went up on them. They look lovely. This popped up. Is that what you're saying?
It was like you pulled it up and then you kept pulling it back up. It just keeps zhuzhing. It's fine. You can zhuzh away.
Yeah. Now I don't know what it mentions chocolate chips, but then it also mentioned a dipping sauce. I've never heard of a dipping sauce for cookies.
Do you guys dip your cookies?
I'm like, I was thinking milk. I've heard of that. I'm like, cookies are already pretty. And this is a capsule of those.
If you have a soda stream, it's a soda stream capsule.
There you go. I'm gonna say.
Should we list that in the
measurements?
in the utensils that you
Yeah.
need? Utensils required.
Yeah.
Soda stream bottle cap.
Yeah. A bit much.
People are
Oh,
buying the
no.
soda stream just for the cap.
I think a table. 1.5.
It's like 2 tablespoons.
I don't think it is.
You think it's 1.5? Okay, I can
don't
go
know.
for 1.5.
I have no idea.
What does
So
it
are
make
we
then?
waiting for this to warm up? It did not say how much chocolate chips.
Oh, okay.
It just said optional.
It's warm.
And
Captain
then I think-
Portbeard says. Oh, sorry.
I think it gave directions for this dipping sauce, which I'm sorry, that just seemed way too much.
Dipping sauce, if it's like that chocolate that you warm and then it hardens around the cookie.
Oh, okay, so gotcha. So it's like part of the cooking process. It's not like I'm eating it, dipping it. Thank you. It's like a dipped pretzel, like you dip a pretzel, and then
Right.
then you let it dry, and then there it is. It's not like while you're eating it, I'm dipping the pretzel. Thank you. I had that wrong in my head.
Yeah.
It just seemed
I mean,
it seemed wrong. It was because I had the wrong idea in my head.
I'm not opposed to either one.
But yeah, you're right. We do that around the holidays.
Oh wait, we have to
people
move
that
for
people
the.
that like that white chocolate, which isn't really even chocolate, on pretzels. That sweet and salty.
Here's the thing. Normally, don't like white chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like sprinkles. You combine all 3 of those.
Yummy. She is so correct. She's so correct. Yeah, you combine them.
I mean, I don't know why.
I mean, I'm gonna eat a pretzel. I'm not like, oh, there's a lot of pretzels. Get some pretzels.
The stick ones are okay.
And that's the ones I use for the holidays. I dip them.
Oh, you mean the big stick? No, I mean the little.
Oh, yeah. If I'm gonna eat,
that seems excessive. That's not very.
dipping the little. There's the time-consuming dipping pretzels. No,
I do think about that sometimes though, when it's like how much time we spend making the food versus how much time it spends in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yay! It worked. I tried to bring the chat box into.
Something worked, and I'm happy.
I tried to bring the chat box into the pharmacy today, and I did.
Hey, that is good.
You see it?
Yes. Hey, Al. How you doing this week? Good week?
Hanging out.
Like Al.
Got the drama for us.
We didn't set any timer.
Oops.
It was 8 to 10. Should I set 8 now?
Okay.
She's gonna say no. We should set 6 now.
You do whatever you want.
You know, I'm right here by it, so I can smell it because I'm not leaving it unchaperoned. I could burn down my kitchen.
Captain Porkbeard said those three things together are the proper way that a pretzel should be eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Agreed.
This is the only way a pretzel should be eaten.
That is. I think proper is yeah. If you want to eat those things, I don't know why you would want to eat that white chocolate. Please, it's just waxy sweet stuff. Until you put it on that pretzel. It happens.
Captain Porkbeard said, "Hot Al for the win."
What?
Hot Al for the win.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
He's kind of cute.
I don't want to be the one to say it, but I want to be creepy mom. He's kind of cute.
He is pretty cute.
And an organized fella, too.
I think he has good penmanship, too, if I remember correctly.
Well, and here's the thing, too. He's on the trail, at the beginning of the trail. But look how tidy he always looks. He doesn't look...
True. Did you see outside? It's just dirt.
Yeah.
It's like always nice and tidy and clean in here.
And he looks nice. He's well put together.
You can see how like clean he keeps the bar and everything too.
You're right. I didn't think of that. You're right. He keeps a clean area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He keeps himself, I think, groomed.
Mm-hmm.
I like a well-groomed man.
It's just like the ZZ Top song, which I so agree with. It's always just ironic to me that it's ZZ Top because it's. But I mean, he is dressed sharply in his own way.
Yeah. And
you guys, are you guys singing it in your head? Are you having the internal soundtrack like I have?
And you can have a scruffy beard and be well groomed, in my humble opinion.
I think he does keep it like well trimmed for like as long as it is.
I might have been referring to Al, but yes, ZZ Top, yeah, that's a whole different look. It's not one I find appealing, but
yeah, Captain Porkbeard is agreeing that Al has some lovely manscaping going on.
I think he does.
Much better than ZZ Top. I can't think of his name, but the ZZ Top, there's a few of them that have the big beards.
Yeah, I
don't remember.
A lot of them with the big beards, I believe.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Should we?
But Al for the win.
Should we ask Al about the first asshole? I feel like he's the one who like delivers the drama. Okay, actually,
this week.
I'm gonna tell you what happened this week with the AITA posts. Okay.
Oh.
I started this morning. I got up early. I was like, okay, we're not gonna do them the night before. We're gonna do them.
Right. We talked about that last week.
So I get 4 of them. Like what I do is. Oh, wait till she's done. what I do is I like find them, screenshot them, crop it down, and then send it to myself. Then I mark it with the number, save that to my iPad,
Okay.
and then
It's a
send
process.
send myself a link as well, so that I can save the link to the Nightbot.
Okay.
So I can save the link to the Nightbot and then put it in the description, and then bring up, and then I like move the picture around to make sure it's like there.
Wow.
You know,
It's
it's a whole thing.
It's the whole thing. That's
It's
what I was
the
gonna
whole
say.
thing.
The whole thing.
So I get to the part where I am uploading the links into Nightbot. Mind you, this is this morning. It's like 2 hours later, and one person already freaking deleted it. And I was like, okay, here's the deal. Here's what we're gonna do. Because at this point luckily, I had scheduled the stream. So I had a link to the YouTube stream. And I was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna inform them all that we're including it in our stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then if y'all delete it, you can delete it. I'm cropping out any identifying information. So if it's a link to a dead link, whatever, y'all can deal with it. Now,
I agree.
the mods banned me for spamming because I was giving them a link, and you're not supposed to like spam with links. But you know what? I am overspending like 30, 40 minutes doing, and then like having to refigure out, and then they're out of order. I know I'm not making complete sentences, but I think that you guys understand what I'm saying, that it was just frustrating. Captain Porkbeard did the like frowny face, the open frowny face, and said rude deleters. So thank you.
Yes,
I
right.
think you understand.
And when you did it the night before, and there were 6 and 4 deleted.
5.
5.
And I was just like,
And I don't understand the whole thing, and that's fine. The older I get, there's things I don't need to understand. What else?
these smell really good, by the way.
But I don't understand why you can't put it up. They put it up just because they took it down before you put it.
I mean, you're right. I was trying to like be respectful, but I think what I'm going to do is just make sure that I always have it cropped out, and then have identifying information. If there's any identifying information, we'll just block it out.
Yeah. They put it out there.
And then just leave it at that. And if they delete it, they're dirty deleters.
Oh, it's the timer. Who's interrupting?
It smells really good.
The timer. No.
Give them another minute. They smelled close. Okay. So the first one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
There was one I thought about during the week, and that's
Oh,
for me to think about during the week.
sorry. Go ahead.
There was one I thought about it came to me during the week.
Captain Porkbeard said, "Thank you both for inspiring my husband to make pretzels." At first, I was like, "Oh, sorry," but then they said pretzels and cheese sauce, so they're winning in this situation.
I'm glad we could help. I'm glad we could help. So the Hubs is listening.
Yeah, apparently. So hi, Moms.
Hi. Is this the soup and roll maker?
I think it is. Good memory.
I mean, he's on it today, and he's a keeper. And you know that. You've mentioned that. You know that. She knows it.
They know. Yep.
Good job.
So the first one, I did actually go ahead and edit out the name because they included the name. I did also read them all, like not like in-depth read, but I did a little quick skim on all of them this week because we're changing it up a little bit. We're doing it a little bit different, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me the title, and I'll give my quick guess.
Okay.
Because I was getting pretty good at that.
Yeah, you
In
were.
the beginning, it was throwing me off big time.
So
And
this
some of
one
them
is,
completely throw you off.
you'll see that it is many paragraphs.
Ooh. I need to quiet and listen.
And it is called, "Am I the asshole for agreeing with my daughter that I didn't like her name?" Now, this one did catch me because I am a person who does not like my legal name. I do not go by my legal name. In fact, my nephew overheard my legal name the other day and was like, "That's not my auntie's name."
That's not Auntie.
And
And
I don't know why not one of you defended him and said, "You're right, that's not her name."
2 minutes.
Oh, I am gonna have to close out the chat box.
We said we understood why he didn't know that, but that indeed it was another. I think we said another name for you.
Yeah, I feel like you could have just agreed with him.
Not finished.
Not finished.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Cool. So
I'm gonna say off the top of my head, first guess. No, you're not the asshole. Not an asshole. Just my guess.
Okay.
Okay. Carry on.
I'm gonna see if Porkbeard has it. I guess. Oh, they said he's the cook in this relationship. Nice.
Good.
And that they're half convinced he is a cooking demigod, which means like double triple win.
Yeah.
It's like he sounds like a super winner.
Yeah. Yeah. If
He's
you've
kind
got
of like a keeper.
you've got a cook in the mix, you're good. You are good.
I'm gonna show you the name.
Doesn't always happen, male or female.
Oh, I thought that I did one where it was blocked out on there. I guess I forgot to update it. But if you're not watching, I think it's probably hard.
So that's the name in question.
Mm-hmm.
The daughter says she doesn't like that name, and then the mom agrees with it.
I think it's the dad.
Oh, the dad. Okay, because as we've discussed before, I think the mom signs that certificate with the name on it.
If I remember correctly, there's reference to her mom later. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's a dad.
Okay.
And I thought that I had an edited one that I put up here. So sorry, if you're the person who this is. I just got done saying I was gonna block out identifiable information, and I literally made one version of this that has it blocked out. But apparently I forgot to upload it.
It happens. Yeah.
So we're gonna call her Gertrude.
Okay.
And you don't have to squint at the.
Gertie.
I told you just ding sometimes.
Certificate is set. Oh, but it's only 10 seconds, so might as well put that down.
It knew it's psychic. It's making crunchy noises now, so I think it's done.
Okay.
I think we just need to let it cool.
And I don't think they're finished, but here's the thing: there's no egg in it, so all that stuff we could eat raw, and it's not a health problem.
Yeah, is it vegan?
The chocolate chips would not be in
Oh,
this
okay.
one, but those don't have chocolate chips. Yes,
I think it is vegan.
we made vegan cookies.
We should put that in
We should have advertised that. Should have been one of our big draws.
Then now I feel bad that I didn't block out. You know what? I'm just gonna take it off screen. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it off screen.
Okay.
Because I feel
Did
bad.
the person take this down?
No, the person still left it up, but it actually has their daughter's name in it.
Okay. Got it.
Sorry. I was getting a little over dramatic. Okay. We're going to call her Gertrude.
Okay.
So that's my 6-year-old daughter's name. Sure. I fought so hard to not have her name that, but my wife was dead set on it.
Okay.
Who even names their kid Gertrude anymore? Are we in the 19th century or something? And plus, I know how kids are. Doesn't everybody? We were all kids once. Sure enough,
I know how kids were.
I picked up my daughter from school today, and she's usually excited, but when she walked up, she was quiet. I kept asking her what was wrong. When we were almost home, she finally confessed and said that
Something so horrible. I think a confession is something that you.
Do you think they need to go in for? Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, then put them in for longer.
Okay, so the girl confessed.
She confesses,
I don't like that.
right?
But I've not heard. Maybe she's got a confession.
She said that someone in her class had said that her name sounded like grandma, basically old.
Mm-hmm.
I said she didn't like her name said she didn't like her. Oh, she said she didn't like her name anymore. Sorry, I can't read. And I tried to sympathize by saying, "I'm sorry, kiddo. Yeah, I never liked your name either. I thought that it was a stupid name when I first heard it. But everyone in the family thought that it was okay, and I got shot down. But on the bright side, you can change it when you get older. She's 6.
Dad's being a little bit of an asshole.
It is 12 years before she can change it.
When I heard the title, I thought the daughter was an adultish person. And it was a 6-year-old.
When we got into the garage, she looked at me in horror and said, oh, they got into the garage by then. She looked at me in horror and said, "You don't like my name either?"
Yeah, Dad, did you think this was through?
And she opened the door crying and ran inside before I could catch her. She told her mother that I said her name was stupid. Somehow she also forgot to mention that the kid in her class started it. Yeah, because that was the kid in her class. You're her father.
Yeah, you're a father. Dad, I don't... Yeah, maybe you know how kids are. I don't think you know how dads are.
And even after I explained the whole situation to my wife, she was mad and wanted me to apologize. Surprise Pikachu!
Surprise Pikachu, baby. Surprise, Dad.
I refused.
Oh, Dad. Yes.
It's not up, but I'm putting it up.
Oh. She's feisty today. She's feisty today.
I said, "I apologize for what? I don't like the name. I never liked the name. And our daughter doesn't even like the name."
She's 6.
I was mad at the moment too, so I walked away. But later, I tried to talk to our daughter and asked why she just started crying like that because I was genuinely confused. Parentheses, still am, to be honest. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
But all she
can
said,
we say, "Am I an idiot?" Can we be?
yeah. Am I an idiot?
Yeah.
But all she said was that she wasn't happy at me and that she didn't want to talk to me, right at the moment.
No.
I'm not worried.
She's 6. Oh. You know who else is 6? Oh.
This next one makes me want to punch my iPad.
Don't, please.
I won't. I promise. I'm not too worried about my daughter because she's 6, so she'll probably forget it by tomorrow or next week at most. No.
No.
She's gonna remember this for literally the rest of her life.
No. Yeah. Sorry, 6-year-old grandson. They don't forget anything.
They don't forget jack shit.
They don't forget jack shit. I mean, that kid, the stuff he pulls out, I'm like, what?
Their hard drive has so much open space on it right now. And right now they're just filling it up, filling it up.
And let me say, I've only seen him once since he's been 6. So he's 6 now. But this is stuff when he was 5, he was pulling out memories from before that. I was like, well, yes, I do remember that, but no, off on a waffle tangent, I understand, but this.
You know what? I say waffles and tangents, right?
No.
You know what tangents are?
Yeah.
So waffling is also going back and forth on my decision.
Oh, okay.
But also, we're cooking.
Cooking.
So it's waffles and tangents.
Yeah, I got the waffle, but I didn't get the double entendre of the waffle. And I'm questioning that.
They smell really done.
I'm questioning the 350 of this oven. Just throwing it out there.
We need to go up.
I'm just saying.
We could go up to 5.
I'm just saying. I think an oven thermometer, might be on the shopping list.
Do you think an oven thermometer will fit in there?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
I've never had problems with it before.
Well, there was something else that never happened until I started coming, and then it would happen all the time.
It's true.
I don't remember what it was. But.
My wife is really mad at me right now because she was telling me that I should apologize tomorrow.
Yeah.
She was telling me I should apologize tomorrow, and I kept saying no. I think that she just feels guilty that she named our daughter Mildred.
Oh, you said it. You just said it.
This is why I need an edited version. Doesn't matter. But I think that left it up, okay? Y'all left this up.
And I think that name is cuter than Gertrude.
It is. It's really cute.
And there's an obvious nickname that's cute. Is it Dick?
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's a cute name.
But I'm curious
Not Gertrude.
if I'm the asshole here.
Yes, Dad.
All I did was agree with my daughter when she said that she didn't like her name.
Oh.
She was looking to you for approval on something that she felt she had shortcomings on.
Yeah. So when your daughter says, "Oh, I'm fat and ugly," yes, you are. I'm agreeing with my daughter. Dad, you're an idiot.
Like, I know kids. You obviously don't know girls.
Anybody.
That's true. Yeah.
Anybody. If somebody is saying, "Oh," I mean, they're being ridiculed for something, and that's why she's saying it. Well, she doesn't like it. She's never said this before that we know of until some kid gave her crap over it.
Yeah.
As kids do, and you know kids, Dad. And that's why she's saying she doesn't like it. And then he's jumping on the bed. He just thinks it's his chance to be, I was right. This was a wrong time to pull that card out.
Well, I'm just thinking about, this is, in my mind, I'm like, if it was, like, the school uniform that she got for the year, right? And that's the only school uniform that she's going to get for the year. Mom maybe got it at a thrift store or whatever, and she comes home and she's upset that she doesn't like her school uniform. Are you going to be like, you're right, that's an ugly school uniform?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no, because she's going to have to wear it for the whole freaking year.
Right.
This little girl's going to have that name for, like, until, for at least the next 12 years.
At least. Minimums. And hopefully she won't change it because you didn't
Do you
like
think we should put it back in the temperature?
No. We can always...
I feel like they're done.
They're done. And then we can always adjust the second batch.
Okay. We'll adjust, yeah.
Which these maybe will be moister because of the added chocolate chips. When those melt, be moister. I don't know.
My oldest son is... Sorry.
Yeah, what age? Somebody with me on this. The 6-year-old remembers.
It doesn't say.
Okay. But a 6-year-old remembers.
My middle child didn't have a name for several hours after she was born because her dad and I just couldn't agree on a name. Oh, wow.
It happens.
I guess that's not that uncommon.
It happens. And you know what else happens is what else happens is people changing it in the hospital because something, and that's scary to me because then you're making some big decisions when you might be on narcotics.
Let me know if you can hear me.
And also you're not thinking, Jimmy, you just, it isn't a little bit of a situation you're in there. Medical.
My audio is cutting in and out. I'm going to switch back the audio to the old audio.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
Okay. So she's going to switch the audio because it's cutting out. I don't know. I guess somebody told her that. I don't know how she knows that. But, yeah. Yeah. The little girl's name is cute. It's not bad at all. Yeah.
I know it's not quite as good, but hopefully it's still better because of the stuff that's to dampen the echoes.
Good point. Echo dampening going on. Okay, we got a plate.
Do you have a spatula? No.
This could be. She's got one. Somebody might have given her one.
I have a cheese spatula.
So cute.
It's good for tiny cakes and cheese.
Good deal. Yeah, my opinion switched from my guess was no.
Not the best for cooking.
My guess was no, you're not, and now I'm yes, you are. Number one.
Okay, we adjust to higher temperature for next one.
Okay. Not quite finished after all that. Okay.
Sorry.
But there's, like I said, there's nothing in it that's going to make us ill.
That's true.
Because I'm just a freak about eggs.
Salmonella.
I'm crazy about it. But people eat runny eggs all the time. Not me. Not me. So did you put up that he's an a-hole?
I thought he's an asshole. Yeah.
So you put up that is one or that is behaving like one?
I only have a sign.
We only have behaving like one. Yeah. Because it's been very rare that one was. Yeah, this guy, he's doubling down. He you know what, he's been waiting 6 years for someone to tell him he was right.
He's been waiting 6 years for a toe to sew.
Yes. Yes. And so he's like, yay, my lucky day. This is going to be a good day. Me and the little girl are going to bond. That was secondary. First in his mind, being very, very judgmental here. First thing he was thinking is, I was right, I was right, I was right.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm. She's a 6-year-old child, you jerk.
Captain Porkbeard says, my parents had a boy name and a girl name picked out months ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But I know my friend was going to be one thing, and then when he was born, and then when he was born, they were like, nope, he's not a Greg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys had a name picked out for me, and then it got switched.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was before though. That was learn my lesson there. Is
sorry.
Don't ask. Don't just decide.
We talked about that before.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, don't ask family members. Just decide it, and that's what it is. But that when they change it in the hospital, that's. But the Greg, they changed his, and I guess it worked out. Yeah. Hmm. That's a good flavor.
I like it. It's good.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
We're gonna put it 450.
Okay.
It is a really old toaster oven, so it absolutely could just be the timers off or the thermometers off.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I ever got to the end.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering.
All I did was agree with my daughter. I don't understand. I still want an explanation as to why she started crying like that. Because you're an asshole.
Because you confirmed her worst fear, Dad.
Yep.
You confirmed her worst fear. You told your daughter that you did not like something about her. That's why she's crying. You told your daughter that. The person that one of the two people that she looks up to, you're like a demigod. A god. She's a little girl. And you say there's something about her that you don't like, and that how can she change that in her little 6-year-old mind?
Also, the amount of time that it would take for her to change it is literally twice the amount of time she's been alive.
Yeah, so she can't fathom that.
Last paragraph.
And she's not going to understand name changing.
Yeah.
What do you mean you change your name? That's who you are.
Also,
6-year-old impression there.
Anyone just reading this for the first time,
such as myself,
you don't need to leave any more comments, because I already know that I'm an asshole. I'm just not deleting this post. But sorry, I added on that last part. You don't need to leave any more comments. If you're just going to say you're the asshole, I get the point. I would be interested to see if anyone has any not the asshole comments, and I will definitely try to look at those and read them tomorrow.
OMG! This asshole! He puts up on it, am I the asshole? If you think I'm an asshole, don't respond.
Well,
Just
because
respond
obviously he got a bunch of comments, people saying, yeah, you're the asshole.
Oh, this was an edit.
This is an edit.
Oh, I didn't know it was an edit.
Well, it just says also, but like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Yes. Yes, you are an asshole, and I was wrong at first.
Good night, sir.
Good luck to your wife.
And child, jeez.
Oh. Yeah. And he thinks, oh, he's the one that's right. Everybody else, family-wise, agreed on this name, but he's the right one because I'm not saying it couldn't happen that way, but let's look at the numbers.
Right.
Let's run the numbers on this.
Oh, hi, Pammy Poodle.
Hi, Pammy Poodle.
Sorry, I've been distracted by the asshole.
Asshole, right?
Pammy Poodle was nameless for a week.
A
Burn.
week? A week? A week.
That's awesome.
What?
Your mom's a
home
badass.
birth?
Yeah.
When do you have to sign those papers? I mean, at a hospital, they don't give you a week.
Oh, hi, True Monkey.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. Wow, a week. Okay.
Oh, wow. CJ says, I was actually told that I wouldn't be able to carry babies. Well, they lied because I got 3. LMAO.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Yay. I have a friend like that. She has 5. She's like,
I'll show you.
I'll show you.
That's funny.
And they were saying it was dangerous for her, is why they
okay.
told her. And she's like, screw that. I want kids. I'm having kids. I mean, she's like mom material. Yeah.
Oh, Captain Porkbeard said, I saw the title in the first line and automatically no-go.
Automatically no go.
For number 2.
Oh.
But-
Okay.
Oh, maybe for number 1. Because I feel like number 2 is,
They saw number 1 coming.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like an older, like you and I, you know, and that's what I was thinking. And you said, well, yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah, at this point I'm pretty set on the fact that I don't like my legal name. So
I was not, in my mind, I'm so far past, I mean, I have grandkids that are 6, obviously. So I'm so far past that I was thinking it was a much older daughter. Yeah, you know, and who would say that? Who would question that as a 6-year-old?
Exactly.
You're asking, am I the asshole? Yeah, it's such an asshole move. Okay, but you were right. You saw it.
Baby Poodle said, my parents didn't get me a birth certificate for over a week, so legally I did not exist until then.
Wowzers. That's intriguing.
So number 2.
Is that the case? But then the birth certificate would be retroactive. I like that. Yeah, your mom's badass.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Porkbeard was saying, yeah, it was not number 2. Okay. Because I was like, I don't think that this was...
she saw it. Yeah.
So, am I the asshole if I cut off contact with my dad unless he changes?
There's a lot of these on here.
This one also hits close to home, and you'll see why in a minute.
And I didn't set a timer either.
Okay, should we do that now?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes, maybe?
That other one took forever.
I know, but I turned up the
Gotcha.
temperature.
All right.
So, I am a 28-year-old trans man,
Okay.
and I started my transition 2 years ago.
Okay.
As of now, I'm much happier. My mental health has improved immensely, and no one knows that I'm transgender unless I tell them, which I think 2 years into transition, they probably got like some facial hair filling in, probably voice is deeper. If they haven't had top surgery, probably like wearing a binder, so probably presenting as man.
That's what he says. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my dad is older, more conservative, and doesn't believe transgender is a legitimate thing.
Okay.
So he often misgenders me and says he forgot.
Mm.
I gave him time because it takes time to adjust to a transition, especially if it's a family member. And I have noticed that for my wife, that like our family caught on, not like we're better about not, like we use she, her pronouns exclusively, and it's very rare, I think, that we slip up. It does like happen still, especially for like talking about like, for those of you who don't know, like me and my wife got together before she transitioned. So like sometimes it's like if we're thinking about like if you're putting yourself in that mindset, I know it's happened to both of us. I've caught it, but I've noticed that for her family, it's a little bit harder.
That makes sense.
Because they knew her growing up, and you know, like it's harder.
Yeah.
So this person says, I feel like 2 years is more than enough time to adjust. As well, now he calls me she or her in public, and people look at him strange. Yeah, because he's 2 years into his transition.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't even look like a girl anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people look at him strange. I got frustrated and told him off. He thinks I can't be annoyed because he keeps saying he forgot. I also told my family members that he thinks that he also told my family members that he thinks transgender is a mental illness.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, I did not see this next line. Ooh, this is, see, I skim. I don't, trigger warning. I'm gonna throw that out there for, people who have, issues with people talking about hitting Control-Alt-Delete on their life, okay?
Okay.
Dad says that he will be a part of the 40% eventually, which I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but 40% of trans people will die from depression. Again, I'm not
Dad
gonna...
knows this. Dad knows this.
Apparently. Okay, so because he thinks that transition doesn't help. Well, I can tell you transition does help, okay? Plus, he's already told you in the first part of this that, like, he's happier, his mental health has improved immensely. No, like, he has told you.
Yeah.
He has told you that he's happier. It's better for him. Like,
yeah.
Like, also, he's 28. Like, he's not a child.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not a child.
This smells really done.
They are smelling more finished than the others.
I think they're overdone.
They look just right.
Okay.
They look delish. See, they're starting to crack. Brown around the edges.
Okay.
They're looking yum.
I don't believe that he forgets. I think he just
starting to wonder that too.
I think that he just doesn't believe that trans people are really who they are.
Yeah, I'm kind of, because I was thinking too, if he's done enough research and he knows his 40%, he knows it's not like it just fell in his lap. He's like, oopsies, I don't understand it. He's researched it and he disapproves of it.
Sorry, I'm getting upset about this one.
Okay.
Like, who is okay with, like, oh, well, my kid, like, is probably gonna, like, end their own life? And, like, who's just fine with that? Like,
but maybe he's saying that's why he doesn't, I don't know what maybe the dad's saying he doesn't want him to be trans because that rate is so high. Maybe that's what he's saying.
it's higher for trans people who don't transition.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My mom thinks he needs a little bit more time to adjust. Sister thinks I'm being overdramatic. I told Dad that he needs to learn that this is who I am now, and he needs to respect that even if he doesn't understand it or I won't be in his life. Am I the asshole if I stop contact with my dad until he learns to respect my transition? No, you're 28 years old.
Yeah.
Your dad is the one who's not acting like an adult.
Yeah. I think, yeah, there are times, unfortunately, well, I don't know, unfortunately, there are times in your life when you need to say, we need to stop this for a while. And
Yeah.
these particulars are unhealthy for me, and I need to not be around that for now. And they're not ruling it out in the future, that things will change. And they can have a relationship then, but for now it's not a healthy timer.
Yeah, I concur.
It's not a healthy situation.
Okay, there's comments. Sorry, I missed the comments.
So I think yeah. Not an asshole.
Cut that contact. Nope, not the asshole. My husband accidentally misgenders himself. It's adorbs actually, and we all slip up. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then poor Garrett said, "Oh, I'm hotter than a Carolina Reaper." That dad, no. Yeah.
A Carolina what?
A Carolina Reaper. Isn't that it's a chili pepper, right? Like a pepper?
Oh.
Carve him out of your life like you're carving a pumpkin, OP. Sister can F off, OP deserves better. Go obtain your assigned trans elder stand-in dad. Okay, it took, I had to read that aloud to get it. Yes! Yes! Go obtain your assigned trans elder stand-in dad. Store-bought is absolutely fine.
Yeah. What Mom thinks he needs longer. Sister thinks you're overdoing it. Yeah, Sister needs to get with the program. Mom, she's torn. She's stuck. We don't know if the two are still married, if the parents are married. So she might be in a hard place there.
Pammy Poodle says, not defending this guy, but this is funny. Sometimes I misgender cis people, so sometimes it's just a brain fart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, but when he is, and I don't know if is he forgetting.
That Pammy Poodle also made a very good point here. When people cause that kind of harm, it's usually because they're in denial and don't understand the harm that they're causing, even when it's obvious to us. It's hard to see though. I think that Pammy is hit the nail on the head here.
I think
Dad does not realize how much it is hurting his child.
Yeah.
Whether
and
however he wants to identify that child, you're hurting your child. Yeah.
And part of the not having contact might give Dad time to realize that, and might give him time to realize, for my son to make this drastic of a move, it is important to him.
Yeah. And I think that was wifey had to go through that with her family, where it was there was almost okay, but are you just needing attention, or is this? Yeah. But this is 2 years in transition.
Yeah, this is 2 years.
If he was just being dramatic, he would have stopped being dramatic right now. Yeah.
But the way Pammy said it was that he's not, the dad's not dealing with it and not understanding it. She the way she worded it was very good. I like that. Yeah, because we don't know what's going on in Dad's brain, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy for him to be, hi Bunny, to be around. Is that helpful for the OP to be around his dad right now?
Yeah, I agree.
And not an asshole.
Trio Monkey points out how there are ridiculously gendered things like pink and blue. We can it's a part of that is I think where a lot of trans people get that gender dysphoria. I was talking to wifey about because we had, do you remember the Digimons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had a Tamagotchi. I had a Digimon.
Yeah, I remember.
I think wifey did have the Tamagotchi, and her mom would not let her get a pink Tamagotchi when she was a kid.
And
it was her mom was you don't really want, and would convince her. Would convince her that she didn't want it.
You don't want it.
It was it doesn't have to. If it hadn't have been a thing,
you don't want it.
Then it wouldn't have had to be this whole thing now where she's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's she knew that she was trans when she was a small child. She didn't know the word for that, but she knew that she wanted to be a little girl and not a little boy. And there's I'm not going to get into it, but there's a whole bunch of things where it's is obvious. And I think that if people would have been more open to talking about those things and stuff, then she maybe wouldn't be a 6 foot tall woman with a deep voice. You know what I mean? Because they could have put her on puberty blockers when she was younger. And it's just I feel there's so many things where it's because she was told by her parents, no, pink is bad, you can't be a girl, she spent how many years trying to convince herself that she was a boy.
Right.
And I just, yeah.
And things were different then.
Yeah. Yep.
In the parents' defense. I mean, that's the way it was then. These, by the way, are delicious. They're cakier than the peanut butter cookies that I make. But
They're good.
they're good. They're really good.
I think I prefer without the chocolate chips though.
It's maybe a distraction instead of adding something to it. Yeah. I think this is very good, and as we said,
I feel like I was just rambling there for a while, so thank you.
and it's a good thing. Waffles and tangents. A good thing to have, because two of these would be very, I mean, over the course of the day, even.
Yeah. 2 in a day is.
You got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think these are a little bit overdone, but I think it's the toaster oven situation was maybe a little bit too hot.
Yeah, I think you're right. These could be a little overdone, and these could be a little underdone. Or these are.
We're learning.
We're learning, and probably in between there's perfection. But I like this recipe. I like that it's vegan.
True Monkey, I missed your comment up here where it says, shunning a person does no good to anyone. Now standing on principles someone refuses to respect, you don't have to put up with. Communication is the only thing that changes minds. I agree. And it's like you were saying, that it's like, okay, take the time and reflect. We need to step back for a little bit, but maybe not like shut down forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
No, they're cookies.
Where did they think they were?
Pammy said, "Did you think that they're waffles, or did you say that they're waffles?"
Oh,
said, we're waffling.
She says waffles and tangents.
I say waffles and tangents because like,
I go out there on a tangent.
Because we waffle back and forth on our decisions, and we go off on tangents a lot.
But they're cookies.
But yes,
these ones have the mini chocolate chips added, which we both feel. She feels distracts from it. And I'm gonna say I don't think it added. I don't know. I'm not sure on that yet. But I think I could get a bite of this one without chocolate.
We won't grow if we don't establish what separates.
No, there's a lot of chocolate in it.
I think for some people it's important to define gender, and for other people it's not important. And I think that I think that we just need to respect people's wishes. Is my thoughts on it. Yeah. Because, for wifey, obviously gender, people are like, oh, these LGBT people don't even, care. All genders are the same. No. If all genders were the same, my wife would not have transitioned.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, there might be some people like me where it's I don't necessarily have, a pull to one gender or the other, but, my wife is definitely a woman.
Yeah.
We're not saying that they're the same, but yeah. Okay. Moving on to numero tres. Oops. Wait, I don't know the judgment yet for numero tres. So.
Yeah. 1 and 2 we know.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for apparently using my guy friend for rides?
I like that it's apparently. You don't know?
Apparently.
My guy friends. My friends.
My guy friend.
My guy friend.
I am a 20-year-old female. Over the summer, I had become friends with a few guys we met at a beach party. Turns out one of them, a 24-year-old male, lives pretty close to me, and another friend, 21-year-old female. So by default, the three of us hang out quite often. Unfortunately, I had gotten into a pretty bad car accident, and it took a few months before I could start driving again. Oof, that sucks. So I picked up an old bike and went to go to work/college with. Well, my friend, the 24-year-old male, had told me he passes by my place and goes the same direction anyway, so if I needed a ride, to ask him. I ended up asking him for a few rides whenever the weather was bad, raining. Whenever we hung out, we ended up relying a lot on him for driving to our destination, since I couldn't drive and the other friend doesn't have a driver's license. Now, how much gas can end up costing? Now, I know how much gas can end up costing. Sorry. So I'd offer to pitch in if we stopped at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we stopped at a gas station, I wanted to pay.
Mm-hmm.
My friend declines these offers
Mm-hmm.
so that I would pay him back by paying for any of his meals whenever we went out together for food.
Wow. Okay.
He told me it was completely unnecessary, but I told him it's the least I could do if he wasn't going to be accepting the money.
Mm-hmm.
The second friend, the 21-year-old female, said I thought it was odd that he was being so kind and didn't really understand his boundaries. So we told him, if there's anything you need from us, just let us know. If you ever have an issue with us, please talk to us. The friendship was still very much new, and we wanted him to rely on us as well since he had been so helpful. I wondered why he was being so nice. Well, it turns out he had feelings for me. Unfortunately, I don't have feelings for him. I told him that I was only ever viewed him as a friend. I told him that I only ever viewed him as a friend. A few weeks went by. A few mutual friends outside the usual trio had asked to hang out. They seemed serious. Apparently, that guy friend had told them he feels like he's being used. Those mutual friends accused me of using him. I tried to defend myself. I tried to give him money and he wouldn't accept it, and I opted for paying for his meals instead. But they told me that I should have paid him anyways by just leaving money in the car. I'm a horrible friend for using him. They didn't know I had been such a user. Did I really fuck up? I wasn't even aware that he had actually been bothered that no one pitched in for gas.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a lot there.
That is 4 paragraphs, but it is a lot.
That was packed in.
Yeah. Do you want to...
No, you look like you were ready to say something.
You want to give your 2 cents? You can give
You
your
look like you were ready to say something.
I was just like, it kind of put me back to like when I was a 20-something-year-old and I was the only one with a car because I was very fortunate and privileged to have a car, and you better believe that none of my friends ever freaking pitched in for gas. And like the only time that they ever pitched in for gas was when they would be like, hey, will you drive us such and such a place? And I would be like, sure, if you give me gas money.
I didn't know this.
That's literally the only way that I would ever get gas money out of them.
Wow. Wow.
Because that's how 20-somethings are. They're like, you have a car, let's get in your car and go.
They just don't even think about it.
Right. They literally didn't even think about it. And I never really got any pushback from anybody. They were like, oh, okay, well, let's, let me get my wallet. I think I have $10. You know, it was like, yeah. But they just never thought of it. So the fact that, like, this person is even, like, saying, hey, whenever we stop at a gas station, I'm like, hey, let me fill you up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that to me tells me that you're not using him.
Yeah.
Like,
and she's buying him food.
He just got his little boxers in a bunch because you don't have the feels for him like he has for you, and then went and vented about it to like your mutual friends, which is kind of a dick move on his part.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it was just a little broken-hearted move, and he's just like having a little hissy fit, and boys have hissy fits sometimes too.
Yeah, was he just trying to But I don't know. These are mutual friends. This second group.
I'm guessing
they came in. It seemed like they were his friends, because I'm thinking my one thought is,
those mutual friends.
I'm waffling. One thought was that he's trying to cover his butt, like that he doesn't want to look bad that she did not reciprocate. So he's like, well, she was using me. He's trying to look tough. That's what I'm trying to say. But then on my other side of it is, well, why do they even know that she wasn't paying gas, that he wasn't taking gas money? He would have told him that? It's just, I don't know what he's told these friends. And she doesn't either. She thinks one, we all know, his interpretation could be different than her interpretation. We know that. And then he is at minimum given these friends his interpretation. And he might have embellished it for whatever reasons to raise himself up a wee bit.
Yeah.
And you know, unrequited love is not pleasant.
It's not. It's
It's
not.
hard. It's hard.
He's got yucky feels happening inside right now. And especially like if anybody brings you up in conversation. And that's, I think, probably what happened is like you came up in conversation and he was like, ew, yucky feels, yucky feels. And then things came out of his mouth that he didn't maybe even necessarily mean.
Yeah. I don't think you're an asshole. I think you...
Coreybeard says, not the asshole the dude is for flipping it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's the word, flipping. What? Yeah, he's flipping.
He's flipping it.
He is flipping it. And I don't... Yeah, is he, like I said, is he just trying to cover his ego or protect his ego? I don't know. You're not being an asshole. I think, not to be the bad one and say, oh, this one should stay away from the dad, but I think it'd be, put a little distance in there maybe for a little while.
Let him, like, get a new crush or whatever, you know?
Or come to grips with the fact
that that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, come to grips with the fact that
that's a better way to put
that
it.
he's not going to, you know, some people, they hear that and they don't give up. You know that. Have you been in that situation? I'm sure you've been in that situation.
Repeat, sorry.
If somebody has a crush on you and you go, oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel that way for you. Okay, but sometimes
it's not okay.
Well, one, it's not okay, but two, they don't always stop at that.
They're like, well, I'll just wait.
They just, you know, they can win you over. They think they can win you over. I mean, it's sweet. It's probably in how many movies, you know.
That's true.
It's romantic.
It never works out properly, though.
No, it's not. It's not going to work out properly. But I'm just saying he's going to need a minute because maybe he's under he has the belief that he's going to win you over. Sometimes they think that.
I'm sorry if that was that phone vibrating. I thought I put it on Do Not Disturb, but...
Yeah, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
It's true.
After Coreybeard says, is that not innuendo? Like for actual rides? Car rides? I love it. It might work out properly if people respect boundaries. That's a very good point, Mr. Porkbeard. Captain Porkbeard's husband.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to call you Mr. Porkbeard. I hope you don't mind.
Yes.
Also, your spouse, Captain Porkbeard, said those cookies would go good with ice cream, and oh my god, they would.
They would. But really, what wouldn't?
I'm not like a big ice cream person, and I feel like these would go really well with ice cream.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Not the asshole. OP isn't using him just because he expects something out of the relationship. Exactly. OP has offered to pay multiple times, and he didn't expect. Yeah.
And
he didn't accept.
And this was a temporary thing. She's
because of her shop. Or
yeah, because after she had an accident, she couldn't drive. And one time it was mentioned a few rides. So we don't know how long this has been going on, or you know, what length of time, number of rides, all that. And the fact is, he's going right past her house anyway.
Right.
He's not going out of his way. Now, I do know people that it's like the one who lived in over half. Yeah. The one was taking advantage of the others. But this is it's on their way.
Trio Monkey said, in all seriousness, no, not the asshole, but they shouldn't go to them after knowing they have feelings.
Right.
You don't want to facilitate a possible obsessive person, only if you get that creepy stalker vibe.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why I'm saying put a little distance. Maybe maybe the 24-year-old guy can get over that. Maybe he won't ever be able to get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you're not going to be able to be friends with him because he's not going to get that out of his little mind.
Buddy Morrow said, throw out the whole man. I don't know. I don't know that we necessarily want to throw him out. He's He's not for us, but he might be for somebody else.
Sure.
He's giving people rides. He seems like he's maybe an okay guy, but yeah.
But I think
Haley Poodle makes a point that it's really disrespectful thinking that you can manipulate somebody's feelings over time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, and then she says, I don't like to be around people who carry a torch like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, I agree. And I know somebody, yeah. I know somebody that's, yeah.
On to the next?
Yeah. They just think, oh, I'll just wait it out. No.
No.
You were
doesn't
told,
work like
Scooch,
that.
you were told, Scooch.
Also, like, it's, yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah. And nobody wants somebody who's, like, really clingy like that either.
No, nobody wants that. And nobody wants to feel guilty that they don't have feelings for somebody, because that's a whole nother thing.
Ooh! Captain Porkbeard's husband is known as Chef Porkbeard from here on out.
Yes. Yes.
That does make me wonder if he's actually driving past her house or if he was trying to be like, oh, I can do this thing for you. Maybe I'll get a reward.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, numero cuatro.
I give you a ride. Who said that was?
Porkbeard.
I mean, that was code
Captain.
for. That was code for. Give you a ride.
Give you a ride. I give you a ride. Maybe I give you a ride later.
Maybe some rides are given. No, she just.
If it was innuendo, that maybe would be leading him on, but still, same thing now. Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law to shut up and not tell me what to do?
I think you are.
I feel like this guy is like, he's already an asshole, but
I think you are.
But we're gonna find out. I'm a 22-year-old male here with my wife, who's 23. We're new college grads with new careers and have been together since high school. Congrats. We bought a house together last year and we are happy. Yay. She might not be too happy married to an idiot like you. No, I'm just kidding.
In the title is you told somebody to shut up, and somebody that is in your life. You know.
Your spouse's parent.
Yeah. I just don't think telling somebody to shut up is you can't come up with better speech than that. I mean, better way to work that out. Didn't resort to that.
So my
it's like
wife...
It's like if you're drunk and there's somebody bothering you.
Yeah.
That's then okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, that's not how an adult handles a situation.
My wife's mother is a legitimate narcissist. I don't know if he means like malignant narcissist or if he means like somebody with NPD or like what, because like, okay, narcissistic personality disorder is not the same as narcissism. I know we've talked about this on the channel before, but like narcissism, saying somebody is narcissistic means that like they have an overindulgence of self-love. That's all that it means. It does not mean that they have a mental health disorder. If somebody has narcissistic personality disorder, then they have a mental health disorder. But they are two separate things. And just because somebody called you a narcissist, they are not necessarily saying that you have a mental health disorder. And I'm really sick of seeing people on the internet fucking going after people saying, that person's a narcissist, and being like, you can't diagnose that. Like, they weren't. They were just saying that they were into themselves. That's it. It's a freaking SAT word, people. Like... Just because you don't understand the word does not mean that the other person is being stupid, okay? Moving on.
Wow.
That was my tangent.
Wow.
I see it so much, and it happened in my Discord a little while back, and it was just like, y'all. Nobody was accusing anybody of having a mental health disorder. So a lot of people use that term openly, Because it's a term that can be used openly. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this paragraph. But in this case, it's legitimate. No, it isn't, because you don't even know how to use the fucking word. Okay. But apparently she is super controlling with her adult children and will guilt them into doing things with her, for her, or for her. Okay. She guilt trips her kids. Mm-hmm. One example is telling my wife earlier that she will disown her if she has sex before marriage and she needs to stay home with boyfriends until she's married.
He says stay home with boyfriends. That doesn't make any sense.
I read it word for word. I didn't even mess up any of those words.
I'm not saying.
I think that they're saying that like she can't like go out with her boyfriend because they're gonna do the naughty or whatever. They have to be supervised.
Okay. But they live in a house together.
They're married now. She was saying before they were married.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I knew they had a house and they were happy.
Another example. My wife.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first line. Was my wife. Also, we're talking about mother-in-law. That's in the title.
There were clues.
Another example is her yelling at our 8-month-old golden retriever for being excited to see her and calling the dog annoying. Okay, I'm sorry, your 8-month-old golden retriever puppy is annoying to everyone except for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's big and it's puppy.
You're in the terrible 2 stage. Sorry. Yeah. Also, at 8 months, they're like almost full grown, so they're just like a ball of energy, but they don't know how to like control their energy.
Yep.
And they're just like, and it's a golden retriever, so it's big. Like, yeah, your dog is annoying. Sorry.
Yeah,
I love dogs. I love golden retrievers. I think they're beautiful. I would like, I would take home a golden retriever today. Okay, maybe not today. Maybe I would, actually. I'm maybe at that point where I would not get another dog. But your 8-month-old golden retriever puppy is annoying to everybody but you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or every weekend, she makes her children feel bad for not coming for dinner every weekend. She'll say that the kids don't love her anymore and pout like a child if they say no. No one wants to drive 2 hours for dinner every weekend. 2 hours isn't that far, but every weekend is maybe a little bit much.
I wonder if it's an hour each way.
Then just go.
I'm just saying. He says 2 hours.
Yeah, if it's only 2 hours round trip, just freaking go, dude. But whatever.
It depends.
But like also, okay, maybe she's a little over dramatic. And it does if she's like, oh, my kids don't even love me anymore. But like we all know women like that are like, oh, they don't even love me anymore. But it's like you know that they love you. Like you're just being dramatic. Yeah.
But this thing about the disown them if they have sex before marriage, what the hell?
Like, okay, whatever.
It was a little out there.
Oh, apparently she's a complete Jesus freak.
Okay.
I don't like that term, but I get it.
Okay.
I used to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's maybe a little bit belittling of people of the Christian faith. Just saying.
Yeah.
I like to use the term uber Christian.
There you go.
Because I feel like uber Christians are totally down with being an uber Christian.
Yeah.
And if I get told that it's offensive, then I'll stop using it. But that's what I use for it.
And that would explain her problem with premarital sex.
Now that you get what kind of person she is.
We get what you're saying. We hear what you're saying.
My mother-in-law was over talking to my wife, and I was watching a football game on Discord with my buddies. You don't know what that means, but it's okay. It's like they're having a game night, but like because of COVID, they're in different houses, but they can all hear each other talk at the same time. It's like a Zoom call, except for it's all just audio.
Nice.
Usually, I think you can do video, but it gets confusing when there's video. So I think that it's a lot of times just audio.
And they're all watching the game together. Okay.
They're all watching the game together.
Okay.
We never miss a game, whether it's in person or online together. Oh, that's cute. And there's a bad play that happened, and I yelled, God damn it. Mm-hmm. You know your mother is an uber Christian who, like, literally said that she was going to disown her daughter if she had premarital sex. Why are you saying God damn it in the presence of an uber Christian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mother-in-law says, John, you watch your mouth around me. Don't use his name in vain. Of course. What did you think she was going to say?
We knew that. Well, he could have told you what she was going to say.
and looked at me, crossing her arms and angry.
Mm-hmm.
She's an uber Christian. She can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
She's been brainwashed. Okay.
She wants to get her point across.
I looked at her with a face of disgust. Can I put up the thing that says that you're an asshole now?
Are we past the red flag stage?
Red flag!
Yeah, this would have been a long time ago.
And yelled back.
Oh. Well, did she even yell?
His mother-in-law says, and then he writes what she says in all caps. And so I'm thinking that maybe she did yell.
I don't know if she did.
I don't know, but he yells back.
He yelled at the football game to start with.
God
damn it.
Well, and his friends on Discord. Which, mind you, all of his friends on Discord are overhearing this conversation that he's having with his mother-in-law. Just unless he muted, he might have muted. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And yell back, don't you ever tell me what I can or cannot say in my own house. God damn it.
Oh, you're an asshole. Next.
And then he says you are a guest, but he uses the wrong form of your. You're an idiot and an asshole.
Mm-hmm. There's several this week. Number one.
Oh my gosh, he does it twice in the same sentence.
Well.
You're a guest. Oh my god. And are about to lose your okay. Okay. That usually when I see you're welcome, when it's why you are, but actually that was the correct tense of your. Sorry.
The grammar, please.
I will get on their grammar if they're assholes. If they're not assholes, I'll let it slide.
Okay. Okay, so he says, don't you ever tell me what to say in my house.
God damn it.
Dick.
This isn't quoties.
Dick. Which she asked you to please not say.
You're a guest is what I'm assuming that he was trying to say, but he said, you're a guest.
We understand what he's trying to get.
And are about to lose your welcome. And don't lecture me about God when you committed adultery for years. What is, you're saying that you don't have a problem with the premarital sex, that she's the one who's, weird about it. But, what does her sexual activity have to do with anything?
Because he's a dick.
Apparently she cheated on her husband for many years with two of their neighbors and has the audacity to talk to me about values and religion. She's a Christian. It's what they do.
Two other neighbors.
With two of their neighbors.
Oh, two of their neighbors. Wow.
She's a Christian. They judge people. It's okay. You can judge people sometimes. We have a whole show here where we come and judge people.
Yeah.
Don't post it on Reddit if you don't want us judging it, okay? Yeah. Don't say God damn it in front of your mother-in-law if you don't want her coming back at you.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a situation to be judged and then get mad that somebody judged you.
Don't you judge me.
Mother-in-law then left red in the face, and oh man, was I in the hot seat with my wife, and rightly freaking so.
Because let us not forget that this is not just your house.
Right?
It's also your wife's house. So she has a little control over who can come and go in the house.
That's in the first paragraph. We bought a house together.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
Maybe it's one of your wife's rules that you don't say God damn it in front of her mother.
Mm-hmm. Or that her mother's welcome in the house. I don't know. Maybe that's a rule.
She wanted to jump across and strangle me. She told me how uncalled for what I said was and how it wasn't appropriate and said it was a, quote, asshole move.
Yep.
Your wife is right.
Yes, she is.
I didn't think I was out of line, ? Well, you're wrong. I would never walk into someone's home and start berating them for what they say. Am I the asshole?
Yes, you're the asshole. Yes. Is that even a question? Yeah, and it's not walking into somebody's house. It is your mother-in-law. It's your mother-in-law. It's
the person who made the existence of your wife possible.
Yes. And it's an awkward situation because she's the mother of your wife, but then what is she to you? And I know some women.
She's responsible for my wife's existence.
I'm just saying, some people, we know people that they feel like they can. Then that means they can tell that person what to do, just like they feel they can tell their child what to do. It happens. I'm not saying. I don't.
Those people are assholes.
But that's what this mother's doing, though.
Oh, I did it again. Accidentally closed out Twitch. I'm sorry.
But that's what this mother's doing. She's telling him how to talk.
Yeah.
Because she's the mother of his spouse.
But she's not asking us for advice.
No, she's not. She don't need it.
And no, here's the thing, is if she was like, am I the asshole for like telling my son-in-law to watch his mouth when he's around me, I would be like, yeah, you're kind of like this.
Yeah, if he's in his house.
Yeah.
He's in his house. Maybe you could say, I'm really uncomfortable when you say that. Could you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, don't watch your mouth around me.
But like, you're being the asshole too.
Oh, absolutely. He's being a bigger asshole.
So that is why I think.
And I'm going to give her a little,
this judgment, this mind judgment does not include the wife in this situation.
Yeah, she's just an innocent bystander.
But my ruling is that they're both acting like assholes.
I agree. They both are. They're butting their little heads.
I'm not saying she's right and you're wrong.
No.
But like, you're acting like an asshole. If you're asking, am I the asshole? The answer is yes.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you need to dial it back a little, dude.
I'm sorry, Captain Portbeer. I feel like there were a couple of messages there that I missed.
Yeah, what do people think about this one? This dude needs to dial it back.
There were a couple of messages that were held for review, so I'm going to read those really quickly.
I can only imagine what that means.
Apparently you can't throw it back for anybody but the Lord. It's a comment from Buddy Moore. I love that. I do kind of see where he's coming from. It's his house and he makes the rules. However, it's important to be respectful of others. Yes.
And your elders?
Tammy Poodle said, I think they're both just assholes. Yeah.
I agree, Pammy. And are they not, is there not a respect for your elders? Is that over and done with?
No, I don't think it's over and done with. What do you guys think? I'm older than probably some of you.
I just think you could have a little more.
I know my audience is a little. It's not as many like teenagers and 20-somethings. There's a lot of people on YouTube.
We have determined that, haven't we?
Like, he was an asshole for sure, but the mother was also being an asshole for demanding someone watch their language in their own house.
Yes.
Mom is overbearing and manipulative. She doesn't get a pass for that. But OP isn't entitled to be an asshole about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to create healthy boundaries civilly.
Yes, civilly.
I like that, Pammy Poodle.
Very good. Very good. Civilly. And just because,
Buddy Moore said, I also think it's important to point out how Christians see taking God's name in vain. It's almost like a slur to them. So her reaction does make sense. Yeah, it's...
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not just... Yeah.
Yes, that's a big thing to a Christian. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. And he...
Porkbeard's 30-something. Okay. Is that the whole Porkbeard family? Or maybe I'm asking too much information. Never mind. Moving on.
Yeah. She the way she said it, watch your mouth. He could have just dropped it right there.
Yeah. He could have, like, rolled his eyes and, like, made a comment to my
Mom.
friends. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
like,
Mom. Got it.
Yeah.
Whatever, Mom. Or whatever he calls her.
Yeah.
Mildred, whatever he calls her.
We call wifey's mom, and you are ma or mama.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just easier when we're texting, so we don't have to be like, your mom, my mom.
Yeah.
It's like M-O-M means her mom, M-A means my mom, this person.
Yeah. We had mom and mother, which is how they prefer to be called.
Yeah, I think you do prefer mama, right?
I like it, yeah.
Or do you have a preference? I've never actually, like, asked. I remember when I was a kid one time that you liked that somebody called their mother mama. And you're like, I like that. And ever since then, I've just called you mama.
Oh, I didn't know that's why you started doing it. I like it. Yeah, it's sweet.
But you never told me if it's like your preference. So I've never thought about it.
I like it. I like it, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. If it ever changes, you can let me know.
Okay. Communication.
Mhm.
Got it. I like it.
And I won't be like your sibling and just like call you whatever I want just because it's what I prefer. One of her siblings does that.
Yeah. They might, but I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, Bunny Morrow sent another message. Sorry, every time I lean over here, it's because I'm like allowing your messages because I missed some last week because YouTube is they're like
blocking them.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, it was Pammy Poodle.
Language.
I respect everyone, elders included, but I don't respect elders more because of their age.
Okay.
I used to, but now I think that's not holding older people accountable for their behavior. Same rules for all.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. I feel like sometimes I do give them like the benefit of experience. If that makes sense.
I think I give them the benefit of times have really changed in their life.
Yeah.
So like my
too.
mother-in-law, it took her quite a while to be accepting of her son's being gay and being in a relationship. It took her a long time. And she was not good about it at first. She was like, no, I don't want that. I don't want you around here with a guy. But by the end, I mean, she,
Didn't she go to their wedding?
No, she did not understand the wedding. And the wedding was in California. She was.
Okay, I was like, was it out of state? Yeah.
It was way out of state.
This was back when we had to go out of state.
Yes, he had to
Queer
go.
people had to go out of
They
state.
had to go out of state.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to because.
And she was in her late 80s by then. And she said, I don't understand why they why they want to get married. She just didn't understand.
Why do straight people have to get married?
I'm just saying.
They don't. They want to, and
I'm
that's
just
why they
saying.
do it. Yeah,
she
I know.
was in her late 80s, and she'd come a long way. And she loved the husband. She loved her son, her husband. She talked about all the time. They're so good to me.
Her son and his husband.
Yes, that's what I meant.
I just was checking.
Yeah,
it was like,
because they were very good to her, and she knew that. I'm just saying it was a big change for her from where she started to get to that. So I try to be in that way respectful of an elder because they've had to change.
they have, and like it takes some time to think about it. But the other thing is I'm saying if we were saying last week about the shouldn't have done that line. If somebody who's 20 says, "Oh, shouldn't have done that," I'm not maybe necessarily going to put as much weight behind it as somebody who's in their 60s or 70s going, shouldn't have done that. Because maybe they have
a little more experienced, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, here's an interesting fact that you may or may not know about neuroscience, that an adult human's the brain weight, the weight of our brain actually will decrease over time. And that's not actually your gray cells decreasing, that is the connections between the gray cells. So in essence, your thoughts slow down because it takes longer for those synapses.
That makes sense to me.
So
it's not shrinkage, it's connectivity. That makes sense.
So maybe give older people a little longer for some stuff because it's going to take a little bit longer for their brain to really make those connections.
But I get what Pammy's saying. It's if an older person's being an asshole, they're still being an asshole. It's fine, they're old. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one, the guy whose dad forgot about the transgender. No.
Also, Buddy Morrow makes a good point. Sometimes older people being assholes makes it worse. They've had more time to learn.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I did think of that too. They should know better. Hopefully, but
Simos is back.
Hi, Simos.
Pammy said, I give them the grace like that too. I meant I don't tolerate or I don't tolerate disrespect or harmful attitudes from older people. Yeah, I agree.
Agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah. They might be a product of their time, but it doesn't make it my problem.
Yeah, if they're in, like, it wasn't my problem, my mother-in-law, but I just felt that that she had to change your whole way of thinking, you know?
And here's the other thing that I have kind of come to in a lot of cases is it wasn't necessarily your responsibility to educate your mother-in-law. It's not your responsibility to have patience with her either. But out of love and compassion for her, you did try to educate her and you did give her time and you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not always on you.
And let me say this. Oh, when should I say this? Look, there were times when, let's just say, if she would have been treating someone rudely, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, do that because you're older. No, I'm not giving her a pass on that.
Right.
You know, of being a not a nice person. No. But I do when it's something that times have changed and they need to wrap their head back around that or rethink. Yeah. And just like, you know what, I mean, things change. Like, women wore skirts. Probably the first one that wore pants. Like, oh my heavens, they're wearing pants. It took a while to get.
People freaked out. They lost their shit. I don't know if you've seen this post. I've posted this poster a few times.
I'm just saying that things change. And
have you guys seen me post the poster? I do it every couple of years. I pull it out whenever. Like, there is this old poster, and it is from, I believe it's from the UK, because it says trousers. And it is like a propaganda poster that is against women's liberation. So obviously it's an older one, and it says, if the women wear trousers, what will the men wear?
They must, they're going to have to wear the dresses because they met the trousers, so that makes perfect sense. Or we were joking not that long ago, are telling this story about my great aunt. She was not allowed to cut her hair. I think we talked about that. And then, because we talked about the haircut that my great uncle gave her. And that was just the way it was. You know, I'm just saying, times change.
Yeah.
Now women can cut their hair.
Now women can cut their hair and wear trousers. What's next? What is next? Equal rights? No. If we give them equal rights, what will the men have?
Their rights will be taken away. They'll be forced to wear dresses.
Yes.
Skirts. If they're lucky, they'll have pockets in them.
Yeah. I only have back pockets today. It's a little rough.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
You don't see men's pants with, there's just no pockets in those pants. What? No. Where's the fucking pockets? But in women, no pockets.
There's this person I watch on TikTok.
What is this not? It should be a right. It should be pants have pockets.
Certain inalienable rights.
Yes, they have pockets in your pants.
Life, liberty,
and pockets happiness.
That's the third one is pockets in your pants.
It's the fourth one.
Oh, okay. I thought it made me think of pursuit of happiness.
I jumped it. I'm just saying, why? Why are we?
I had something I was gonna say, but she went off on a tangent. I forgot it.
I know you were gonna say something. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't care.
Pockets.
Obviously, I'm not that upset about it. I don't remember what it was.
Pockets. I just don't think it's that much to ask.
There's a person I was watching on TikTok. You might know
TikTok.
who it is. I can't think of his name. But it's like he does this ongoing joke where it's like, oh, like from the perspective of like the clothing industry, like how can we fuck over women? And it's like, yes, you're so right.
There, him.
Yeah.
I didn't even see him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take away the pockets.
Bunny says pockets should be a right, not a privilege.
Yes, thank you. See?
Yes. Oh, Pammy Poodle said that her grandmother genuinely didn't think that homosexuality was real. Just like it was a whole shift that she had to learn in her life. Yeah. And she said, I didn't hold it against her. It's just a generational difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's like as long as you respect a person and call them by the pronouns that they ask, or like as long as you treat the person with respect, like you know what, you can think that they like have a mental illness, so long as you're just treating them with respect. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that meme where they're like, "Oh, you're sick, so I'll humor you." Like, okay, like,
Humor me.
Humor me.
Fine with me. Yeah, you get it. Fine with me. Just humor me. Give me pockets and humor me, and I'm good.
Yeah. Should we do number 5?
We should.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't have anything to do with pockets, because it's just.
I don't remember any that had to do with pockets.
Because it's just got me today for some reason.
This one has to do with parents, though.
Oh boy.
This is a quick one, though. Look, it's real short.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you guys can't see it yet. Now you can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for ratting out my brother to our parents?
Yes.
I didn't even finish saying
Baby,
it.
that didn't happen to me. Okay? I'm just saying.
Red flag, red flag.
It's just when you're reading a page out of my history. I can't help
Yes.
I can't help but reply.
Yes.
Except that, okay,
Bye, Captain Porkbeard.
It was good having you on here.
It was nice
Thanks for all
having
the
you.
comments.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And enjoy the food.
Yes.
Compliments
Thank you,
to the chef.
Porkbeards. Porkbeard family. Thank you.
Mhm. This is the sister that ratted out the brother. Is that what happened?
Yes.
This would be the opposite of what happened.
No, because it is the older sibling ratting out the younger sibling. It's the same. It's just the genders are flipped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The genders are flipped, but let's hear it. I might have some answers, some opinions on this.
I'm a 19-year-old female. Last Friday, my little brother, who we are calling Simon, a 16-year-old,
Okay.
came home late. I did see an edit on this. Also, let's note, drinking age in the country is 18.
Okay.
My brother was supposed to be home at 11 p.m. but arrived at 2 a.m.
Okay.
He was also drunk and threw up in the toilet as soon as he stepped through the door.
Not as soon as he stepped through the door, he made it to the toilet. And props to him for that. That's a big distinction. To come in the door and puke and to make it to the bathroom. That is a big difference. See, I see I'm back in my
She's like, I have been a 16-year-old coming home drunk.
He made it to the toilet.
He made it all the way to the toilet.
Let us give him props for that.
He didn't even answer his phone. Parentheses, around 1 a.m. I got worried and tried to call him. Close parentheses, period. Thumbs up for punctuation from the grammar officer. My brother thought that this was okay because our parents were out of town and told me that it was none of my business. It's none yet.
This is just, oh my gosh.
Normally, I wouldn't have cared. If Simon was only late or drunk or not answering his phone, I wouldn't have said anything. But since it was all three things combined, I decided to tell our parents. Our parents are quite strict, and they have grounded him for a month. Did you get grounded for a month?
We got, not from that incident, but the one time that we came home.
I've only ever been grounded for a month once. And that's a whole separate issue that I'm still upset about, but we're not going to talk about it.
We got grounded because we came in. We got. I think we were grounded for a month.
I got grounded because a teacher lied to my parents. And my parents took the teacher's word over mine because I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I got grounded for a month.
Yeah.
As you can tell, still a little hot under the collar over it. I've, of course, forgiven my mother as, like, what was she going to do? Like, believe me over the teacher? No, but
Yeah.
that teacher lied to you.
I understand now. I'm sorry.
I mean, we've talked about it since. She already knows, but...
I'm sorry.
But, like, I remember it being, like, a week after it happened, and it was like, but she lied, that's not what happened. And it was like, nobody believed me. It was, like, such a, like... Anyway, sorry, moving on.
Yeah.
That was a very weird side tangent.
Hey.
Grounded for a month, and they taken his phone away.
Ooh.
That's rough. That's really rough for a 16-year-old.
Yeah. We didn't have.
Wait, does he still? I wonder if he still has his laptop or like.
Oh yeah, so he could get.
Still trying to talk to people on Messenger, like get out your laptop every time somebody messages you.
Hang on. I mean, we obviously did well, and we still had our phone privileges.
Now my brother thinks that I'm the asshole. He said that he should have at least had one freebie. But I think I did the right thing. I think we know what Savage Mom thinks.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that happened to me was it was something that looked improper, but it was innocent, and it was reported to my parents by a sibling, and it was an innocent thing. And if my sibling would have come to me, I could have explained this is an innocent thing. And they waited till I was out of town on a school trip too, so that probably give my parents time to stew over it a little longer.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. And here's my thing back then and now is you and your brother you both have the ability to speak and discern. And yes, he blew you off, but if you sit down with him and say, listen, this is serious. This is like, tell mom and dad it's serious. So we need to have a talk. And his idea, I get one freebie, not a freebie, but you screwed up. Now let's talk about this. But this really is serious. I think the kid is going to listen to that. If he doesn't, then rat him out.
Yeah.
But I think if you say, hey, this is really serious, and explain life to him and everything.
The next day after he's sobered up, do not try to reason with this young child as he is vomiting in the toilet.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say...
Damn, sis, I'm hogging the throne right now.
I'm just going to say, he's not the first one to get drunk when the parents are out of town. I mean, it happens. It happens.
Don't tell her.
I rarely went out of town because I knew. Maybe my parents went out of town a little too much.
Simo says that he grounded his dad once for not taking his mom out on enough dates.
But grounding him, isn't that kind of the opposite? Made him stay home when you really wanted him to go out. Or do you say he couldn't go out with the guys? So he went out with his mom.
Ooh. That does sound like a proper grounding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cannot go out with your guy friends if you do not take my mom out on a date.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it.
nice. I think, I'm sorry, sis. I know you meant well. I think you meant well. But, yeah. You I think you could have, I think you were kind of an ass. You behaved a little bad. I just think
Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
I would have preferred that you talk to your brother first.
Here's like my answer, and it's gonna be a confusing answer for all of y'all. Oops, I keep clicking on the wrong. There we go. I'm gonna say, like, there's no assholes in this situation, but you're both acting like assholes.
Okay. I can take that. I can take that.
They're overlapping, if you see that on the...
Oh. I like that. Yeah.
That's how I see that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like a real dick move, but the others would have.
It's gonna feel like a dick move for the next month for your brother.
You're right. He was grounded for a month and no phone.
No phone. Hopefully the no phone thing is like just for a week.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Buddy Morrow says, someone trying to reason with a drunk person is like trying to force a horse to drink water.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Yeah. No, I'm not saying. Yeah, you're right. Don't try to reason with a drunkard.
Yeah.
But the next day would be good when he's got a little hangover going on.
He's kind of feeling like shit already.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, he's 16. He's not going to be hungover.
He is?
I did not get a hangover until I was 30 years old.
Well, then, I did.
Did you guys get hangovers when you were 16? I did not know what... I thought I knew what a hangover was when I was, like, in my 20s. I was wrong. I did not know what a hangover was.
I mean, apparently they get progressively worse, but...
Hangovers... When I was, like, in my teens and 20s, like, I would hear people complaining about hangovers and be like, oh my god, like, pop an aspirin, like...
Wow. No, I remember proper hangovers. And then
I remember, like, one.
I remember. And then my one friend, it was always a debate to drink fluid or don't drink fluid. Because
Drink fluid.
we didn't know about that back then. I mean, we didn't know about stay hydrated and all that. So it was like, oh, if you drink, you'll get the alcohol back in your system or something. You needed,
I don't know.
Like I said, there were a couple theories on that. I think there was also maybe a theory on eat, but somehow we thought it was still in our stomach and we were going to absorb it or do something about it by then. I don't know. Flush it out
Like
of
12 hours later, yeah. I mean, it still technically would be in your system, but like it's in your bowels at that point. Like you're not.
Yeah. But I think, now we know that alcohol dehydrates you. So yeah, we should have been chugging the fluids, but we weren't.
Bunny agrees with me. You don't know what a hangover is until you hit 25.
Really?
Yeah. If you haven't been out for a day and a half after a night of drinking, you do not know what a hangover is.
Wow.
I think that you've never had a proper hangover.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
I think that the only time that you had a proper hangover was when you were like in your 20s.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
I think you've never had a proper hangover.
I see where you're going because, I got all that out of my system early.
She doesn't drink.
No, I don't.
I don't drink either, but like it took me a while longer to figure that out.
No, I didn't.
We're not teetotalers. I want to be clear. We're not teetotalers. We both just don't like to consume alcohol. It just makes us both feel yucky.
Yeah, migraines and such. And then I type 1 diabetes and it messes with your blood sugar.
It's just more hassle than we feel like we have the energy for. That's really my stance on drinking. Is like I don't have a problem with you drinking.
No.
I just don't want to drink because it's too much trouble.
Yeah. I remember the first time I stopped drinking was when I went to Weight Watchers, and you had so many calories, and I was like, drink or brownie. Sorry, brownie. That was the first time I was like, oh, it's...
Pammy Poodle says that they think that they've maybe never had one. A real proper hangover. That they felt tired and groggy the next day after drinking, but not the way that people describe a hangover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would say I had that out of... I was done with that by my 30s, I would think.
I think like 28, 29. I remember that year for like New Year's, it being like the first time that I had like a proper hangover, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Not literally, but like,
Maybe.
Pammy's on Team Brownie. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learn fast that you can't drink like you did when you were 21, because that's when we all started drinking. Wink, wink.
Yep. That is correct.
Or 18 if you live in the UK.
Right.
Yes. Nobody had a drink before legal drinking age.
That is what had happened.
That is what had happened.
That is what had happened.
Do I have? Oh, I do have number 6 already up on the screen. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, number 6.
Am I the asshole for saying I wouldn't want to move to a small southern town? There is one on here that I remember I read, and then I think, oh, it must have been one of the early ones that got deleted. Okay. Because I was like, should be one more. Because I remember it was about, there's a movie coming out about a game that I played, and I was like, why do you even want to see this movie? Because it sounds like it's going to be really stupid. But we're not going to hear my opinion about that. Instead, we're going to hear my opinion about a small southern town. So I am a 14-year-old female. My friend is a 15-year-old male. And my sister is a 17-year-old female.
14, 15, 17. Okay.
Female, male, male. Female, male, female.
Okay.
I wish they would just say, like, I'm a woman or a girl, but I get it. At 14, what are you? You're a young woman, so. I'm going to admit, I am attractive.
Oh! That's like the little 6-year-old, what did the 6-year-old do? Remember I didn't like the word.
She confessed.
Yeah, she confessed. She confessed.
I'm going to admit I am attractive.
I'm going to admit it. Good for you.
I'm not insecure about myself. Obviously. I'm a medium-scale child model in my big city. Won beauty pageants when I was younger. And I often get asked out, scouted by modeling agencies in public, etc. I'm not bragging. This is just information. Okay, well, you could have like just started with the, I am a child model in a big city. I won beauty pageants.
Yeah.
You didn't need the, I am not insecure. I am attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that does actually, okay, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
It does make you sound a little bit insecure.
I'm a little bit braggy.
It just sounds a little insecure to me. Like you
To
say,
be listing her accomplishments?
to say, I am attractive. And then listing your accomplishments. Like if you're just listing your accomplishments because it's pertinent information, fine.
Yeah.
But those lists of accomplishments like is going to imply that you're an attractive person.
Right.
So the fact that you need to come out and say,
Yeah.
I am attractive,
But
makes me feel like you are insecure.
okay, she's 14.
Yeah, that's why I think that that's kind of what made me feel that way.
I'm just saying the way 14-year-olds think. Maybe this
Exactly.
maybe this is the way they give information. I don't know.
That's what made me think that it was. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
My sister lives with our father while I am with our mother. Our father lives in a small farm town in Alberta. Me and my mother are in Ontario. Yeah, Ontario is a lot more, shall we say, liberal?
Okay.
Alberta is, Canada's Texas / Alabama.
That's Alberta?
Yep, that's Alberta.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. And the other one is in
Ontario.
Ontario. Okay. Okay.
You're familiar with Ontario.
I've heard of it. It's up there. Cold.
Isn't it like, it's like one of the two most, I don't know if it is like the most populous or if it's the second most populous, but like that's where their capital is.
It's up there.
It's up there. It's up there. You know,
It's cold.
we're dumb Americans. Okay.
It's up there and it's cold. And it's big.
Oh no, this is one where they
I
do
know that.
letters.
I know that.
They
It's
do
big.
letters.
Okay, we'll just take a deep breath and we'll give them a name. Okay. We can do it. You can do it.
Me, my friend Elle.
Okay. That's Larry.
Okay. And my sister you.
Ubelda.
Ubelda. Me, my friend Larry, and my sister Ubelda were in my room a couple of days ago. Me and Larry were playing a game, and Ubelda came in to sit on my bed and scroll through Reddit. Hey, that's where I found you. It's on Reddit. She was on some thread and showed me a comment about this person saying that they used to live in a small southern town and that people were considered attractive in that town that were below average and realized now they moved to a big town. Okay, sorry, it took me a second, but like they were like, oh, I'm an attractive person, I live in a small town, and then they moved to a big town and they're like, oh.
The bowl just got bigger.
Yeah.
The pond or whatever.
Yeah. Bigger pond.
Bigger pond.
Bigger fish.
More sparkly fish.
She was like, this is so true. I'm considered pretty in Alberta town.
Aww.
I said she was pretty as is. And Larry said,
oh no.
OP, you should move to like Alabama or something. They would go crazy for you. Because she's like already a 9 and
Larry,
whatever.
Larry, you shouldn't jump into this conversation, Larry.
Larry.
You should just take a step back and let the two sisters have at this
Right?
conversation.
I laughed and said, and get hate crimed? I'm of Indian descent. My sister is pale with light green eyes and passes as a white person, but I'm a bit darker, and I do not. My sister got really upset and said that it was offensive to assume that all southern communities were like this. No, it isn't. I just shrugged and said it was a joke, and she got really red and stormed away. Am I the asshole? Edit for information. I have been hassled, yelled at, thrown garbage at, followed, and called slurs in my father's town and a few of the surrounding towns in the area when I've gone to visit. This isn't a spoiled big city brat, assuming it's just simply a joke based on my experience. Yeah, no, I don't think that she's an asshole.
Yeah, no, she's not. She
Also,
doesn't know about Alabama, but she knows about Alberta.
Yeah.
So she
also, I can tell you, as somebody who's been to Alabama and are not a neighboring state, close though. You're not wrong about Alabama.
Yeah.
But also, they would definitely consider you a 10. Like, even if you're like a 7. Like,
So that would be good. But the hate crimes would not be good.
I don't necessarily know that they would get hate crimed, but it was, I get the joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a joke and I get the joke.
Yeah. No, it's just, Ubelda's a little touchy. You know. But, she's got to deal with OP, who's knockout.
She's a knockout. She has a much more attractive younger sister.
And
Cut her a break.
And the younger sister
Cut her a
has
break.
the younger sister has the exotic vibe going on, perhaps.
No, sister is the one that looks white.
The OP is the dark one.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm saying the 17-year-old has to deal with the little sister who's more attractive and possibly has an exotic vibe going on.
Okay.
That could be attractive. And that could be attractive in a big city where she's just little
I don't know. I feel like referring to people as like exotic because they're not white is a little
not nice.
Yeah, it feels a little yucky to me.
Okay. I understand that.
Like, especially if they like live in like a predominantly white society, it's like okay, but like they're a minority. And like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just going by the modeling is all I'm going by.
Yeah.
But you're right.
I feel like yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't know. I should see what you guys have to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm just saying, but I will say she has the more attractive little sister, but she's a little sensitive.
So Nana, it's true because about like the South, I'm assuming.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Buddy Morrow said, okay, but true. Like me visiting LA, 7 here, 4 in LA.
What is that? I heard somebody say the other day something about
LA in particular is bad.
yeah. Somebody saying somebody was attractive, and then they're like, no, they're like LA attractive. It was like, oh, okay.
Like I'm attractive,
Mhm.
but in LA, I would say I'm barely a 5, maybe a 6.
Don't know.
I was surprised. I mean, you hear like. I feel like you hear about it and then like you see on TV, but you assume that it's just like the beautiful people on TV. But like when I went to LA, I was like, I mean, it is just the beautiful people, but like there's such a higher percentage of them and such a lower percentage of not beautiful people.
Wow.
And it was surprising to me.
Wow.
Like the taxi driver was like a very attractive guy, and it made me think like, did you like come to LA thinking that you were maybe gonna like have an acting career because you were like the cutie in your hometown, and then you ended up like maybe you do take extra parts as extras, and then like you you're working your way up while you're driving a taxi or I feel like there's like I feel like that there is kind of that vibe. Now, granted, I've only been to LA once for a relatively extended visit, but like not even really short visit. I should say short visit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like less than a month. I think it was like 3 weeks that we were there.
I've never been. If I would have been, we went on trips when I was a child to California, but obviously I wouldn't have known. Wow.
I was there and I was mostly like stuck at where we were because my boyfriend at the time was like off doing work and stuff. And so we were at the beach. We were beachfront. And it was just like, wow. Like, I would just go walk the dog, and it was just, like...
A lot of attraction.
A lot of
physical beauty.
And a lot of, like, really, like, fit people.
Oh.
That was the thing, because I've also spent a lot of time on the beach in Florida. I've spent significantly more time on the beach in Florida.
Yeah.
Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
And that, I would say, actually, the beach that I spent more time on is a more... expensive beach, like to buy beachfront property is much more expensive there.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about, yeah.
But like the people were like, a lot of them were heavier
yeah. They were just comfortable.
Yeah, it's more of a like and they weren't, whereas like the people in LA like all had like string bikinis on and like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like where I spent time on the beach in Florida, it was like maybe you see somebody in a one piece, maybe you'd see somebody in a bikini because that was like what they enjoyed wearing, but it wasn't like necessarily showing off for
right. And I didn't realize too where you were at, there are a lot of Europeans there, and apparently this is what I've been told, that they are more comfortable in a bikini and Speedos and that sort of thing.
There were a lot of guys in Speedos.
A lot of guys in Speedos. I remember that, and they weren't what I would have thought of as a Speedo body previously. But I was like, dude, a lot of these guys. But
it's just a middle-aged dude body though.
Yeah, but that's what I've been told since then, because there was a woman that a relative of somebody, and she's middle-aged, and she's does not have a very good body, and she wears a two-piece. And they're like, well, she's European, so she wears a two-piece. I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like anybody can wear a two-piece.
Well, right, but that's I was raised that you don't wear a two-piece unless you really got it going on.
Oh yeah, no, I wore a two-piece the last time we went to the pool, and I'm a little heavier than I was before. Yeah, I backslid a little bit, but yeah.
It's what you're comfortable. Yeah.
Also, it's a Star Trek bathing suit, so like that was the one I wanted to wear.
There you go.
That's just Buddy Morrow pointed out, this is a very good point, it's also not necessarily that they're more attractive, just that they're more conventionally attractive.
Yes.
So if you're not conventionally attractive, specifically for AFAB people, you stick out. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Pammy Poodle said, I don't know if different areas have higher beauty standards or different beauty standards. Sometimes those stunning people are kind of jarring to see in a town where they stand out. That's a good point. That there's like different.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, they stand out. You take one of those ladies from LA and plop her in Walmart here.
Also,
I think
there's also a higher standard in LA of everybody walking around in full face of makeup. Like, there were a lot of women on the beach that have full face makeup.
Wow.
And we were on the beach. And in Florida, I don't think, I've maybe once or twice seen somebody with a full face. I can actually think of a couple people that will wear, like, makeup to the beach. But it's usually not a full face.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm just thinking now.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen somebody?
Full makeup at the beach, no.
These were younger people.
The closest I came was a woman, and I won't say her name because it's the same as a popular person's name, although it's not her. And when we were in New Orleans doing after Katrina work, and then one day the group had appointed her to give us a tour around town. She was just a woman, but she could give us a tour.
She lived there.
She lived there, yeah. And this woman, New Orleans summer, okay? I don't even, that's all I can, if you don't know what that means.
It means it's muggy.
Oh my God.
Like,
it's the hottest.
Muggy.
It's the hottest, stickiest,
like
awfulest.
steam room muggy.
Yeah, like it's just horrid. And so this was in the middle of the day, and this woman had like a skirt suit, I believe it was. That's not even. She was dressed nicely, like office nicely, and her hair was just so, and more like from the 60s or 70s. That face, it was a full face of makeup. And she took us on this tour, and we would get out, and I was just a ball of sweat.
How is your face not melting off?
I was a ball of sweat watching this woman just like.
She lived in New Orleans.
She was amazing.
I think that
So that I really got off of the beach thing and but wow. So that's the only time I saw full makeup, because usually it's the beach. It's like, I'm not gonna wear makeup to the beach. Who would do that? But apparently in LA they do that.
Yes.
Wow.
I assume that they wear makeup everywhere. Like I said, we were just on the beach and I was stuck in all.
When if they have like beach makeup and then regular makeup?
Oh yeah, like let me put on the waterproof mascara, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Or do they just wear that all the time?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's not humid there though. It's dry, right?
Bunny Morrow said in LA.
Mhm.
It depends on the area. I feel like.
I thought it was dry there.
Where I was, it was. We were on the beach.
I thought like
though.
they got no rain there.
Yeah, I'm thinking like California. I feel like LA is dry. You're right. LA is dry. I don't know, because I was just on the beach and it was definitely dry on the beach, but.
All that water. What's Bunny have to say?
Bunny says, when I visited Israel, I was constantly told how beautiful I was because I have features that they consider more beautiful there, like a traditionally more Jewish nose and thick curly hair. Interesting. Whereas I think there are, like, LA, that would be like, they went like the blonde with the little nose, blue eyes. Yeah. Yeah. In some cases, not all cases, Yeah. They're getting better about that, I feel like, in the movie and TV industry also, but there's
that look.
There's still a lot of ways to go.
Long way to go.
In my town in Nebraska, those features were considered ugly. Yeah. I'm
I
sorry, because I don't think those are ugly.
Right, that's what
yeah.
That thick hair I always wanted.
Yeah. Mama's jealous. I mean, that lady.
See that thick wavy hair, and I just want it so bad.
Right. Pammy Poodle says, I mean, that lady would surely stand out in Walmart, like you said, but she wouldn't be treated as normally as other women. She would be regarded as different even by anyone attracted to her. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a very, very good point.
Yep. Agree.
Are we done with number 6? Should we go on to number 7?
There's a 7?
I did do 7 this week.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
This one I thought was funny though.
Okay.
Just because I read the title. I was like, this is funny.
All right. What you got?
Also, it's one where we can waffle. We can waffle because I'm not sure of even my own opinion on it. Am I the asshole for rewording someone's sentences?
Grammar.
This is a proofreading situation.
Grammar police. What do you think? Well, what is it? Yeah. Was she given carte blanche to rewrite it, or was she just like, this is wrong? Yeah. It depends.
That's what we're going to get into.
It's consent. Consent.
So, as usual, my dad asked me to read over and check an email he wrote. I'm a 14-year-old female. Got a lot of 14-year-old females today.
Yeah.
And I usually don't like doing this because he gets pissy whenever I actually give him quality advice. By quality, I mean I actually read over his writing and don't just glaze over stuff.
Mm-hmm. She puts her heart and soul into it. She takes it seriously. She's asked to read
Also,
over.
he called me over and said, "Can you read this over for me?"
That's all he said. Is he
Can
implying?
you read this over for me?
Okay. But he's implying something.
So I decided to go over and read it for him. I was only at the first sentence
Oh boy.
when it seemed a bit unprofessional / incoherent. So I told him how I would say it and told him that it felt wordy. Was it actually incoherent, or are you just saying that it was incoherent because it was a little wordy and it was maybe a little unprofessional? Just saying.
Okay.
Then he said, yeah, okay, just move on. I did, and continued to give him advice on how I would rephrase the sentences to better get his point across.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say anything else other than that.
Okay.
Except for he said, move on, and then but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Come to a few sentences in, and he again gets pissy. And says, I think we have different styles of writing, and you should just keep trying to have, and you just keep trying to have me rewrite entire paragraphs. I said, yeah, we do.
Oh no.
But your sentences seem unprofessional.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Then he goes on to how he's going to stop asking me to read / check it for him.
I think that's best.
Because I'm always, quote, trying to change his writing and talking down and condescending to him, etc. I was shocked and pissed. Are you really shocked about this?
Yes,
this is like so as usual.
Because she's 14 and she thinks she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's shocked that she's not. That somebody thinks she's not right. Well,
Well,
of course.
because I was actually helping him. And I
Yeah.
said, what?
What?
You're being a baby. I'm trying to help you. And you asked for my advice / help. I feel like you did not actually say my advice / help. But she does put it in quoting marks.
She puts in quoting marks.
And she puts her punctuation on the inside of her quotation marks.
Maybe she did say it /
Oh, I did not realize that I
Yeah.
still had no assholes.
Yeah, the ones that was out. Yeah. We don't know about this.
I still don't necessarily think there's any assholes in this situation, but we'll see.
I'm not guessing there is either.
Yeah. I just think this is a funny one.
Yeah.
It's like these are
It's
the
still
posts.
up there, you know that?
No, it isn't.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I told you that one's updated.
I'm
before
looking at
this
the wrong one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Different things.
Yeah, I just think it's a funny one. This is like.
Okay. So she
I
says,
just wish there were more posts on r / am I the asshole that were like this. It's
Yeah.
like, these are your problems. These are
Yeah.
the worst problems
yeah,
in your life
this
right
is
now.
Good. This is good. Yeah. Not that you've ruined your 6-year-old life by telling her that you hate her name.
Right.
That's a crap name.
This
You're
is-
right, kid.
It's so
I
bad.
told everybody it was a crap name, but they wouldn't listen to me. What are you crying about?
What? I don't understand.
Why are you crying? I just told you you have a shit name.
I'm just agreeing with you. It's a shit name. You're 6. Come on.
This is her name.
You know it. I know it. Come on, kid.
So basically, it ended with him repeating, "Thank you for your help. Goodbye," over and over.
Yep. Thank you for your help.
Note: this was a business email, not a casual one.
Okay.
So Reddit. Am I the asshole here?
Yeah, you're full of yourself, little girl.
You are.
You're 14, you little cutesy.
I don't dislike her though. I don't think that she's an asshole.
No, she's not. She's giving this wonderful advice, and this man is not taking it because he's like, oh, please, you're smarter than me already at 14. I don't want to deal with you.
Also, sometimes you're sending like a business professional email and
Yeah.
you just want to freaking bang it out and say it in
Yeah.
casual terminology, and it's somebody that you don't necessarily need to use formal.
And that
Language
whole
with.
thing, yeah, right, yeah. That I feel like that has changed so much because I was sending something, yeah, business stuff. can
But
be
she's 14.
she's 14.
She should not be stuck on how it was 20 years ago.
You're right. She is the younger one in this group, isn't she? She has the better grammar.
She
But-
does, and you know what? Grammar flawless.
Perfect.
From a grammar stickler.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can just see that both sides of this. And Dad, pretty early in, I think he's saying, maybe just move on, just move on. He's saying, yeah.
First sentence, he's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, okay, go.
Here's what your dad wanted you to do. If randomly this person were to watch this video, because let's face it, I couldn't even tell them that I was posting this because but anyway, your dad was asking you to make sure that he put a period at the end of all of his sentences and capitalized the first letter, didn't randomly capitalize or misspell anything. He is asking you to check for typos. He is not asking you
Good point.
to edit.
Good point. He's not asking for an edit. You're absolutely right. That's a good point. He's asking for typos, and he's asking, does it get the point across?
That's what he's asking.
That's all he wants.
That's all he's asking.
Yeah, you're right.
He does not want to take writing advice from a 14-year-old. And okay, you know what? Maybe that's stupid of him because maybe you actually pay attention in your composition class and you actually are a better writer than your dad. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I
Mhm.
absolutely believe that. But he wasn't actually asking you to edit it. He was just asking you to check for typos.
Yeah. And he's not ready to,
Yeah, Pammy Poodle saying, why did he ask her for advice when he didn't want it though? He wasn't, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
he wasn't thinking he was getting that advice. It's like, it would be like if you ask a 14-year-old, does this look okay? And I'm asking in a 60-year-old voice. And a 14-year-old's like, well, look, you want to know if this looks right? And they're going down point by point. And then those earrings, what are you thinking with those, that necklace? No. And then that's what, and I'm like, oh, you know what? No, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm just like, can I run out of the house without getting arrested in this? Or,
And I absolutely agree, Pammy Poodle, he needed to communicate that better.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, neither of them are the assholes in this situation.
No.
I don't think.
No.
Okay, we can.
And I think he figured it out pretty early on that he was wrong.
Yeah, you both made mistakes.
And he asked for help, and she is giving him, and she's being serious about it, and I get her point. I get her point.
I get Buddy Morrow's point also. Why is the dad asking her to read over business emails?
Here, this is a classified.
Apparently he's really bad at grammar.
like to where he's actually gonna ask his 14-year-old kid.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get Grammarly.
I've heard it's good, and that popped up on my thing the other day
I actually don't like
for
Grammarly,
some reason.
but if it's this bad,
I don't know what it is.
if it's this bad, maybe get Grammarly.
Why is he asking a?
Because he doesn't have Grammarly.
Yeah, I never asked you.
Here's what I have found with Grammarly that I actually really
I
like.
asked you.
Yeah, but like you were also around like other professionals and you weren't like writing business things unless you were at work. It's 2021. People remote work now.
Good call.
What was I talking about?
Grammarly.
Grammarly. Grammarly is really good at telling me when I made a mistake in a sentence. Grammarly is really bad at telling me how to resolve said mistake in sentence.
Oh. Okay.
But usually it's like, oh yeah, that is messed up. Here's how I should, like, and then I can figure out how I should have worded it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oftentimes it'll be like, oh, this is a mistake. And then you look at the suggestion and it's like, okay, but that's not any better.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I saw a problem right away when Dad said, "Can you read this over for me?"
Yes.
And then it seemed like that was all that was said. Can you read this over for me? And what?
Yeah. And Pammy Poodle says, when I'm asked to check over my friend's writing, I ask them what kind of critique they want.
Thank you. Good. Who said that?
Pammy Poodle.
Pammy. Yeah.
Like just typos, but I've learned that through situations like that.
Yes, when it's gone wrong, and they're like, wrong.
And she's 14. This is maybe her first situation where she has had that with people. I had that with somebody who was editing my stuff for a while. And you know what I had to decide? The way that she edited it was fine. Like that's, as a writer, I had to let go and be like, that isn't necessarily the way that I would edit that. But it's fine for publication, and it needs to get sent to the printer, and it needs to go. And it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's...
But it's clarification.
But yeah. But that was something that I had to come to as the writer of that. And I perfectly would have been within my rights to say, you know what, I'm going to find a different editor. Like, I'm going to find an editor that's, like, more... And I went with this editor for a few months, because it was...
Yeah.
It was a situation that worked out well for me and her. And, like I said, it was good enough. It was good enough.
Yeah.
And done is better than good.
Yes, it is. But I agree with Pammy, is that yes, and I've been in that situation before too. So what do you want me? What do you want in here? You know.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Lesson learned for the 14-year-old is what I think.
Yeah.
And
for Dad. Dad learned the hard way.
They both did.
I don't want to go down that road again.
They're both learning this one a little bit the hard way.
Yeah.
But
no assholes. Just a little learning situation.
yeah. Say lucky.
But I think maybe Dad was thinking it'll be a few years before she passes him up in writing.
Maybe, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Guess what, Dad? You got a sharp little whippersnapper.
Yeah. That one's good at the writing. That one is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I wanted to end on that one. So I felt like it was like lighthearted. It's like,
I like it.
no, you're not assholes. But
No.
I'm sorry that you guys got feelings hurt. But I think this is a situation where everybody can get over it.
You know, yeah. Nobody was kicked out of the house or told what to gosh darn it say and all that. Not respecting. I think they both learned. Oop, mistake. Back off.
I don't have
not
a
repeat.
not sponsored product this week.
Oh.
Well, I do. I did get a new product, but like, it's a hair product, and I haven't had enough time with it for you guys to see.
Well,
a
then
difference.
you don't jump into it.
Okay, maybe next week. Maybe, and you'll have to see if my hair improves.
Mm.
Actually, I have to get it cut this week. I have to, because a week from yesterday, you know it's coming a week from yesterday. Because you're my backup.
I do. Now I do. No,
I'm going to be on camera in front of not just my audience, not just you guys, but also Math Pig's audience. And possibly Simo's and Fabio's audience, and Spooky's audience, and Diana's audience.
Now you tell me this.
Well, you just get to be on a little Zoom chat window. I get to be the one like in front of the scorecard. I get to be the Rachel Riley.
Wow.
Vanna White, same difference. Rachel Riley's like, she's also a mathematician, so it's like Vanna White times mathematician. I'm not actually that smart. Vanna White is probably actually closer to what I'm going to do.
No comment. Don't know. I
I love it. My mom's like,
I don't have enough information about this.
Oh no, my chat froze. Okay. Oh, this is a good point. Baby Poodle says, I gotta wonder if he's been asking her for years just to make her feel special and grown up, but now she's smarter than him. She is special.
I like that. Yeah.
She is special and grown up.
Yeah. And maybe he like took the summer off or something, and then when he hadn't asked her for a while, and then all of a sudden,
Oh, Bunny Morrow says we believe in you.
Oh, that's sweet. I do too.
I will be okay. I just need to get a haircut first because I feel like this, like, you know, when I have headphones on, first of all, you guys can't ever even see my hair. But then here, like, you have my beautiful mother to, like, you know, like, take up half the frame. So, you know, I don't need to be, like, looking my best. But, I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to be Vanna White, I should probably have a proper haircut.
I'm just shocked by this. I'm just shocked that you feel you need a haircut for this.
I don't know. I was gonna like try and, you know, like do it.
Spiff it up a bit?
Yeah.
I don't think you need to.
Okay.
That's just me.
I also have a new article of clothing coming tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Do you want to see it? Have you seen it?
No.
Because I ordered it on Amazon. We share an Amazon.
You know
account.
what did Mark Twain say? Beware of I shouldn't make that noise. Beware of situations that require new clothing. Something like that.
It didn't require it, but I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like Rachel Riley is so cute in her sparkly dresses all the time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold on. You guys don't get to see it. You guys have to come next Thursday. This coming Thursday. And then you'll get to see
You
it.
could have bought my sequin tank top. I have a dress with some sequins on. If you want to borrow that.
Where did it go?
Just like-
I might borrow that one for next month because I know exactly which one that you're talking about, and I legit was like, I wonder if she would own it.
The dress or the tank top? Wow. That. Wow.
I'll explain my reasons after we get off air.
Okay. And how's it gonna react on camera?
We're gonna find out. Rachel Riley wears sparkly dresses all the time on camera.
Okay.
I love sparkle.
Yeah. Sparkles are nice.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a little bitch fit.
It's
Okay. It does not have party pants, but it is party pants adjacent. I would say, yeah. Oh, speaking of party pants, I've been working for like the past week. Now, I forgot to tell about we have new merch that dropped.
Yeah.
I have been working on party pants, and every time I come up with a design for party pants, for some reason, Streamlabs merch gets mad at me. So at this point, I think I have to like call them because they're like, if the problem persists, contact Streamlabs. And I'm like,
okay, because the way that it keeps acting like I'm uploading a copyrighted image, and it's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, it's not a copyrighted image. I made this on Spark Posts. Like, it's... But it won't, and it's like, gets mad at me. And I thought for a while, I was like, oh, well, maybe it's because I use like an Adobe photo as the background. But then I tried out one of Wifey's, or one of her designs uses an Adobe photo in the design. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what happens if I slap that on a mug? And I slapped it on a mug, left it there for a day. It was fine. Mm. So I don't know what the issue is. Mm. So I'm going to try it with just like a plain background and see if that works. And then if that works, I might try and change it again for the party pants. But what I really want is like a party background, and then for it to say party down one leg and pants down the other. Like that is my vision.
Party pants.
But I don't know if it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yes, Streamlabs is trying to sabotage our party pants. Mm. So I'm going to have to contact them and figure it out. But what we did make, thank you Reddit dude last week who deleted your post after I screenshotted it.
Yeah. Yeah, douchebag.
Do you guys remember the guy that was like talking about like that he didn't like that his girlfriend was talking on Discord to other guys and being
cutesy on purpose? Well, and yeah, she was being cutesy on purpose. And first of all, when she went on there, he had to go on there too.
Yeah, he had to listen in on the Discord.
They had to both be on it at the same time.
She was not allowed to chat.
No.
On Discord with voice on unless he was there.
Yeah. And then I think he was gonna clip her wings further, I think, because she was being cutesy on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm just gonna not let her use the chat. Like, should I ban her from games altogether, or should I just tell her not to use the chat? And I said, in the bin with you.
Yes. We're banning you.
You are banned from the chat.
You are banned from anywhere near this person.
Also, I have to make cutesy on purpose merch now because
and she's just being cutesy on purpose.
I love it. It was her idea to make it the merch, and I was like, yes, I have to make it.
She's just being cutesy on purpose.
So I did.
And I'm like, why not?
Exactly.
Why can't you be cutesy on purpose?
Go be cutesy on purpose. Do it. Go do it. If you want,
you could.
If you like it, if you like being cutesy, go be cutesy on purpose.
Yeah.
So I made tank tops.
Guy's a dick.
There's a yellow design and a pink design because I used 2 different flowers for the O.
Cutesy.
And then I did tank tops because I figure, I know it's not the season for tank tops, but people are getting like Christmas presents and stuff like that. And I just felt like it looked cuter, dare I say, cuter in a tank top. There's also t-shirts, and there's a sweatshirt, and I'm doing a limited edition, only 10, because I don't think that will even sell out of 10. But there are 10 beanies.
Cutesy?
Yeah.
On purpose?
They're very cutesy on purpose. They're very cutesy on purpose. Wow. Here, I will show you.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Go back. There. Deucey's the beanie. How cutesy.
Oh, that is cutesy on purpose.
Right? And it also comes in navy. I'm turning up the brightness now because we're at the end. But
Oh, that was black. Oh, cutesy on purpose.
There's also an olive color, which isn't my favorite, but it looks okay.
Yeah.
That's why I decided on the pink for the hat instead of the yellow. Which the yellow, I did the sweatshirt in yellow. So. So, you know, there's some options. There's also backpacks just because, like, it let me make backpacks. And I was like, oh my gosh, this one looks so cute embroidered on a backpack. But I don't think anybody's going to get those because they're like $30. But whatever.
The beanie's cute.
Maybe if I would have gotten them for, like, going, like, back to school season, if we would have gotten them out a couple of months ago. But I think the beanie is just adorable. And the tank tops. The beanie and the tank tops are my favorite. So.
Very cute. On purpose.
Bunny Morrow says, my cat is always being cutesy on purpose.
Yep.
Pammy Poodle says, my dogs are being cutesy on purpose. Bad bitches.
Bad bitches.
I love it. It's some real bad bitches.
Bad bitches. Well, don't let him around this guy because he don't like it. He don't like that cutesy on purpose.
My cat is more sassy on purpose, but it depends on her mood.
Well, yeah. Sassy cat. Sassy kitty.
Oh, Bunny liked the beanies. I know. I'm glad you liked it.
On purpose?
It is cute, and I did it on purpose.
I like it. Cutesy on purpose.
All right, guys. I think that's all we've got for you today. Thank you so much for coming and
The
hanging
cookies
out.
are good.
The cookies are delicious, and now I can't. Was it the Porkbeard family that suggested ice cream? Because they're absolutely right. They did not have this texture, but like this texture, like you're saying, it's a little bit more cakey than a typical peanut butter, but it would be divine with ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, it's divine on its own.
Delish.
Yeah,
It's
but
delish.
it's one of the where like when she said that, I think when they said that, I was like, yes, this is the kind of cookie that like loves ice cream. So. So please do go check it out. I will update it, make sure that it's in the description. It's over on the Twitch now. So, but thank you so much for coming. I
Thanks,
really
guys.
appreciate it. Like, you
Yeah.
guys could be doing anything with your Friday morning, and you choose to come and hang out with us, and that really does mean a lot to us. I know that I feel cheesy saying it, but like, I really do mean it. Like, you guys are awesome. And
Gotcha.
I don't know if you know this. We had over 200 views
Seriously?
on last week's stream.
Wowzers.
Over 200.
Wowzers.
Like, you guys. Oh, we also came up with a name. The Cinny Minis. Because I started out as an atheist channel.
Oh, gotcha.
But, like, we also did cooking. So, like,
Yeah.
the Cinny Minis.
Uh-huh.
And so, I, like, you
Cute.
Cinny Minis are, like, the cutest. There were so many name suggestions. Like, it was hard to choose. But I do feel like Cinny Minis is just, like,
Cute.
it's adorable, and it like encompasses like where everybody. Some of you guys actually came from crafting, came from like before all that, but like you guys are so awesome, and like I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed that like literally 200 people were like, let me click on this video and watch Savage Momma and Savage Minnow cook some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly,
I'm flabbergasted.
cooking last week was a
It's very minimal.
misuse term.
Pammy Poodle said, farewell, go and sin. Yes, my friends. Yes, my friends.
Oh, I like it.
Go and sin.